Another Saturday in hell. Another Saturday in Babylon the Great, which the majority of these people out here know as the United States of America. And today is April 20th, 420, which you know the average bird brain nigga looks at as a let's get high day, weed day. But when you look at 420, you know, you had the BP oil spill on 420. Hitler was born on 420. A lot of serious events have happened on this day. And also, going into April and May, we're coming into something called the Feast of the Beast. These elites, you know, start doing a lot of their sacrifices and rituals. And we can clearly see in the mainstream news that something major is about to happen. You're having those strikes going on between Israel and Iran over in the Middle East. And now in the mainstream media, they're talking about threats of cyber attacks, which brothers have been talking about for the last couple of years, but now you've got the mainstream talking about it. Just recently, you had several states say, oh, 911 was down, and then you had the head of the FBI, Christopher Wray, saying, oh, we expect an ISIS-K style attack on the U.S., like what happened in Russia, and then they expect China to hit the infrastructure. So we clearly aren't living in a time of peace. We're living and coming into the times of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai's great judgment on this wicked world, especially Babylon the Great, for the wickedness you people have been committing in it. But for the majority of people out here, especially you people on this sign, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, 2/3 of you, who you should really just be niggers, spics, and tontos. For you just think that this is still play time, that we're gonna have a hot girl and a hot boy summer. Hey, it's definitely gonna get hot out here, but it's not the type of heat you want. But to you sincere, you know, Akim and Akwak out there, now is the time to be in the right spirit, which there's a time and a season for everything, which we're about to get into in Ecclesiastes chapter 3.
Look at Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Keep going.
A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Verse 3.
A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up.
Verse 4.
Why don't you say real quick on the time to plant and pluck up, man? We're plucking up all of the lies that have been told to our people, and we're planting the seeds of righteousness, man. That the elect is being gathered for the preaching of His word, and that coincides with what? The destruction of America.
God.
It says, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance.
And when you look at the state of things right now, is it a time to heal, a time to laugh, and a time to dance? No, it's a time of weeping, you know, mourning, and killing, which is all we see going on out here. Because iniquity or lawlessness is abounding, as it says in Matthew chapter 24, the love of many is waxing cold. We're seeing a lot of these women out here getting dealt with. We've seen a lot of people in general just getting murdered. You've got these migrants coming across the border committing all manners of crimes. And then you've got war in Ukraine, and you've got that war brewing up in the Middle East. And then brothers are constantly posting clips of these average Americans, you know, posting on TikTok saying, look, it sucks at being in America because I can't pay for anything. The money's not going anywhere. I'm facing eviction. You know, what am I going to do? So the spirit out here is mourning and lamentation and woe, which is coming. Destruction. That's the next part of it.
A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing.
That brother was saying about the time of planting and the time of gathering stones. What? The stones, you know, the 12 tribes of Israel, the elect, being gathered together right now. Which, as the brother was saying, that is synonymous with the downfalls of whatever heathen kingdom is ruling at the time. And who just so happens to be ruling? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the end of the world, as it says in 2nd Esdras chapter 6. Comes after Jacob's kingdom. But in between here and there, much violence, death, and destruction and judgment is going to take place.
It says, a time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away.
Read down to verse 8.
A time to rent and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak.
And we're clearly in the time of speaking right now. You see us here speaking, prophesying the downfall of this kingdom. But what did it say before that? A time to keep silence, which that's another part of end times prophecy. The famine of the word, where we're going to keep silent out here. As it says in Ezekiel, what? Our tongues are going to cleave to the roofs of our mouth. And for the majority of our bird-brained people out here, that's when they're going to want to try to find the word. But it's going to be too late for them at that point. And as it says, the fair bird shall faint for thirst, spiritually. And as it says in Ezekiel 33 and 33, and when these things shall come to pass, these terrible judgments, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them.
Yeah, the elder Malcolm always said this, right? If we would have been out here, what, in the 50s, 60s, 40s, preaching the downfall of Babylon, they will be put to death. You see, that was a time to keep silent. You see, but now, this is how you know we're in the end, okay? Because now it's the time to speak, like the brother was going into. Just to, back you up, huh?
Kinda. Which, just to back you up, could you get me Ezekiel 33, no, Isaiah 33 verse 1? Because this is a telltale sign of somebody going out of power. When, the slaves, the second-class citizens in society, can, rouse up and buck up and talk against the system. Like the brother was saying, 50, 60, 70 years ago, if we would have even looked at an Edomite the wrong way, we'd have been hanging from these power lines. But here you've got brothers all across the planet standing boldly in the face of our enemies, shaking the hand at the gates of the nobles, as it says in Isaiah 13, telling you that you're the devil and Satan that the Bible speaks of. You're a goddamn Edomite, and you're going into slavery, and your kingdom is going down.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 33. Thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
We know that this Edomite, is still, dealing treacherously and, spoiling. But for the average everyday Edomite, what? They can't just, start a lynch mob like that and go hang Jake. Or they're going to get, that chastisement for it. And it's like every other, these cops can't do what they did before. And this average everyday Edomite, if he says, call somebody a nigger, what? He's going to get doxxed and go to jail for it. So, Esau doesn't have that power anymore. And as it said, when thou shalt cease to be, spoiling and dealing treacherously, shalt thou be spoiled, and they shall deal treacherously with thee. Which we're seeing with these different nations, what? Coming across the border, which a lot of them are sleeper cells to what? Overthrow this government. And then what? You've got a lot of these nations planning on de-dollarizing, which that dollar is what's holding up the United States of America. And once that dollar goes, hey, this house of cards is going to fall down, and it's just going to be complete hell out here. But just to back up the brother's point, Esau doesn't have that power like he did before. Hey, by the simple fact that we're out here saying we're the children of Israel and condemning him to the point to where he's got to, come with anti-sim, laws and everything, censorship, calling the truth, hate speech, all that. Just another indicator we're at the end. Kind. You got it, and then we can finish out in that Ecclesiastes 33.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and 1. And it reads, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors.
And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. The righteous man standing in great boldness in front of the face of him that afflicted him. Brothers are out here prophesying this word, telling this devil to his face that he's going down, and telling you coons, you tontos, and you spicks that you're going down with him. And we can see, leading up to this ministry, we can see leading up to this ministry, the majority of our people, scoffed at the word and didn't take it seriously. But now, we're seeing less and less scoffers out here. Because what? They're seeing everything we've been prophesying about come to pass. And that's, making us more bold as lions. Because what? Everything we've been prophesying is coming to pass, and it's validating, the word we believed in, the words we've been preaching. So as we see it coming to pass, we know everything that comes after, spiritual powers, salvation, and the kingdom. So that just makes us even more bold as lions to go even harder.
Verse 2, Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2, and it reads, When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
hey, we're seeing our enemies, trembling with fear right now. And, like we just said, with these Amalekites coming with a lot of these anti-sin and censorship laws to try to keep the word from going out. Hey, these elites understand the power of the words and the power of the prophets and Israel waking up. That's bringing about the end of their kingdom. So they're terrified right now. And then what? The next part of it, the strangeness of our salvation, when we get beamed up onto the chariots.
Hey, if I could say, there was an article just pushed out, right? And Yaganah spoke on it. He said he saw the video. Right? The chariot came out the water without a splash. Right? And when those military, I can't remember what position it was in the military. When they pressed me, they was like, it's over for us. Basically saying like, technology is mind-blowing them more and more and more as these chariots start to make themselves more prevalent on the earth, man. They're studying them from afar, but it's mind-boggling.
What happens when the fleet of chariots just enters the atmosphere and just sits there?
Just like that.
Like, Esau's not gonna have any explanation for that. He's gonna try, he always lies. But it's gonna be evident that the higher power is listening to this.
They aren't just a glowing orb like we see them. It's an actual wheel within a wheel that just materializes and stands over Washington, D.C. They're going to have to cut the feet on that. In the back of this brother, you have a former guy who was a head in the Navy talking about the chariots a couple of years ago saying, hey, from the footage I've seen of this technology, it's at the least 100 to at the most 1,000 years advanced to anything we have. And then a Republican senator recently said, if they have the ability to travel between galaxies, then they can turn anything we have into a charcoal briquette, burning us to a crisp, which is all a part of biblical prophecy. Which, what I've been noticing, not just myself, but my brothers, I've been noticing those politicians and even these peppers out here making a lot of biblical references now. They just be saying things that just a little too, like, have you been listening? Like, I believe Full Spectrum Survival straight up called Russia God. Canadian prepper, is making references to the Bible. Everybody's talking about the Bible, but not giving due diligence to who they actually learn these things from.
They're the devil. They can't speak the future. What's that song where it says, their tongue
shall fall upon, Psalm 64. Their own tongue shall fall upon them.
That's what's going on. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 43. It says, the king of Babylon hath heard the report of him, and his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pangs as of a woman in travail.
And we know the king of Babylon is ultimately talking about these elites, which they clearly have heard the report of us. Hence, while they're working behind the scenes to, bring about censorship, labeling the truth as hate speech and defaming of the word, making a man an offender for a word. But on a lower level, the president, these other senators, these higher-ups have heard about the word. I'll never forget, a couple of years ago, it was during those George Floyd protests, Donald Trump, when he was president, posted on Twitter, I guess these they call us black, Hebrew Israelites are happy to see us tearing each other apart. Referencing the kingdom divided cannot stand. And when I went to go look at that clip, it was only up for about 5 seconds before it got wiped from the internet completely. So, hey, the king of Babylon and these other higher-ups have heard the report of him. And it said what? They waxed afraid and they were in anguish as a woman in travail. Hey, those that are in the know are terrified out here because they know that Yasharallah is coming back into power, which, you gotta get that Judith chapter 5, where that Ammonite talked about if Israel was dealing with their power, there's not only anything we can't do against them, but what? We shall be made ashamed before them, which is what's coming.
Judith chapter 5.
You can start at verse 5.
5 and 5.
Kind.
Then said Achior, the captain of all the sons of Ammon, let my lord now hear a word from the mouth of thy servant, and I will declare unto thee the truth concerning this people, which dwelleth near thee, and inhabiteth the hill countries, and there shall no lie come out of the mouth of thy servant.
Turn down to 17 and but just to give a little context, Achior, the Ammonite, the so-called Japanese, was in the Neo-Babylonian Empire. He was a general in it, or a captain. He was talking to Holofernes, who was the Babylonian general that was coming against the southern kingdom at the time. And they had built a trench around Israel to try to starve them out. And they were having their war councils, and this is what Achior was going into about how, look, if these people are with their power and their powers with them, they can do nothing against them. We can do nothing against them, Salakia. And it's no different now. We're in Babylon the Great, and what? We're out here coming back unto our power. The breaches being closed and the tabernacle of David being rebuilt. So that's why, nothing these Edomites or these heathens are doing is coming against this truth. It's on the Lord's time when he brings about the fame and of the word. But when that happens, what? That also plays into prophecy.
Yeah, I just want real quick. It said that he was about to tell them a truth, right? He said, and not a lie shall come out of his mouth. Why? Because this so-called, what they would call a theory, which we understand to be a truth, has been tested over time and time again, with different men in different ages. So what makes you think it's going to be different this time? It's the same power, the same people, right? Hey, I'm going to let you go into it. You're going to see.
Still Jude chapter 5, jumping down to verse 17. This is still Achior speaking the truth. It says, and whilst they sin, not before their power, they prosper, because the power that hated iniquity was with them.
Hey, and whilst they sin not before their power, they prospered, which, we're rehearsing the righteous acts right now, doing whatever we can to, stay faithful under Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. So what? The elect, or, to the best of our ability, not sinning before our power and coming back to our power. Hence, why we're prospering out here. Of course, we go through our daily trials and tribulations, but what? These prophecies are coming to their fulfillment, and Israel is rising up, and everybody is on edge right now.
It says, but when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs.
Hey, taken from the west coast of Africa to the Americas, from Europe to the Americas, and then what? The northern kingdom in the Americas being enslaved by these Edomites, and some of them being shipped to other parts across the planet. Clearly, who fits those prophecies of being led into captivity? Not those little hats over there. Jeremiah 17, where it says, you would fall away from your identity. We did that. We fit every prophecy dealing with the curses of Israel.
That's right.
So what? If we fit the curses, what? When they come back to their power, the blessings are going to fit us as well as the salvation.
Good.
It says, and the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies.
Keep going.
But now are they returned to their power, and are come up from the places where they were scattered.
Which we're doing spiritually right now through what? The unicorn, that internet, which as it says in Isaiah chapter 19, their word goeth unto the ends of the world. Day and night, nor speech is their word not heard. Psalms 19, yeah, Khan. We can get that. Psalms 19, we can start at 1, read about verse 4. Because what? Back in the past, when the disciples went and prophesied this word, they had to travel to different areas physically. But through this internet, we're traveling, through the World Wide Web and spreading this message. Hence, why you've got brothers and sisters in many different countries, looking like many different nations, speaking many different tongues, waking up to their identity and calling on Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai.
It's weird you said Isaiah 19 though, because that also goes into what you're saying.
Hey,
real quick. Real quick. This is Isaiah 19, verse 19. And in that day there shall be an altar to Yahweh in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof unto Yahweh.
And what do you do with the altar? You make a sacrifice. And what's it saying in Corinthians? We make our bodies a living sacrifice. So what? The altar is up here, and we are day by day making our bodies a living sacrifice for Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai in the land of spiritual Egypt, the United States of America.
Right, and what's going to happen after we set up that altar? It says, and it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, in the land of Egypt, for they shall cry unto Yahweh because of the oppressors, and he shall send them a Savior, and a great one, and he shall deliver them.
And we are clearly crying because of the oppressors. And what? The Savior is coming. Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly refers to the so-called Jesus. Hey, those chariot sightings aren't just, E.T. coming to say hello. They are the vehicles of our salvation. The more they make themselves pronounced, the more it goes to show how close we are to our salvation. The strangeness of our salvation, as it said back in that Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5.
That scripture is also taken on, I believe it's 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Right, but it goes into that these chariots are doing what? They're really surveillance. The Lord is using the chariots to, keep an eye on this place. It says that these chariots are visiting the iniquity, all right, of this place. Basically taking a report back into the Lord, all right, watching over us in our daily lives, watching what this devil is doing to the earth. You see?
What's it saying here? It's the eyes of the
I was just about to say that. You got it.
That's it. Right? That's talking about Israel, which is a kingdom place, but really it's talking about Babylon.
That's it.
This is where Israel is the most wicked. This is where these Edomites, this is their final, their last hurrah, so to speak. So the eyes of the Lord are watching this place.
That's it.
It's entering the land of the living.
What does it say in Sirach? The eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. What does it say in Psalm 68? The angels of the Lord are thousands, even thousands of, is it the chariots of the Lord are thousands?
Yeah.
The chariots of the Lord are thousands, even thousands of angels. So that's the eyes of the Lord.
Proverbs
Chariots,
15.
the chariots all across the planet surveying everything, bringing the message back to the Most High, and then the Most High is about to bring the judgment through
That's
those
it.
chariots, as well as these other calamities of Jacob's trouble. I got it. You got it? You got it, Kashad.
This is what I had quoted. This 2nd Ezra 6 and 18, and it reads, and it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled.
What does it say? What does it say in, I believe it's Zechariah 5, the curse that go over That's that inquisition. Chariots recording everything, bringing that message back, and the Most High making that inquisition or inquiring upon the wickedness, which is going to bring the curse of the earth, the chariots, which are going to go into the house of the thief.
I just wanted to get that word inquisition because that is heavy. It's not just, he's not just inquiring, oh, what they doing now? No, it's for a purpose. He's inquiring for a purpose. It says inquisition in the online etymology, judicial investigation, act or process of inquiring. It says, when you go down, a searching into, a seeking legal examination, a seeking of grounds for accusation. So that's what they're literally doing. Is the chariots are, all right, they doing this to, all right, look at what they making Israel do. So this how I tell you what, the sins of this place have reached unto the heavens. How you think they reached to the heavens? The chariots is marking everything down.
Just like if you have a case, all right, let's say, and we refer to we start the dissertations, all right, Yahushua being our Lord, all right, and the angels are the private investigators. That's letting the Lord do everything that they're doing. So when the case be presented to the judge, it's like, well, look at the laundry list of things that they've been doing all along. All right, the things that they've done in secret, all right, everything is being made manifest, man. That's right. And it's
Like I said, what's it saying in Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4, those that are sighing and crying. Look at it like a courtroom. You've got the spiritual prosecutors making this inquiry, this inquisition into the wicked, and then you can look at the angels as what? The telegrapher that records the message, and you've got the judge, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai watching. And these sins have reached unto heaven, and at some point, very quickly, what? That judgment is going to come.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
And that flying roll is talking about the chariots.
It says, verse 2, And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits.
Keep going.
Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
And it's a curse for the wicked.
That's right.
That's it.
Hey, the chariots are the vehicles of these heathen and the wicked of our people's destruction. But unto us, they're the vehicles of our salvation. What's it saying? Luke 21. And when these things begin to come to pass, then lift up thy head and look, because thy salvation is near. Roughly paraphrasing.
That's it.
It says, Then he said unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth. It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 5, verse 3. It says, Then he said unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it.
What does it say in Revelation chapter 13? He that killeth with the sword and leadeth into captivity must be killed with the sword and go into captivity. And what's it say in Numbers 35 and 33? The land cannot be cleansed by the blood of them that were shed in it, but by the blood of him that shed that blood. And you know, we're that altar in Egypt, America, but America is a giant altar in itself that Yahweh is about to make the greatest sacrifice on the face of the earth on. And these people are the fat and the fuel of the fire for it. Hey, and you know, it's funny, the Most High has these GMO foods making people fat and plump out here, ready for the slaughter.
Hey, they had that picture, I don't know if it was one of the apostles, the real apostle of Paul's wanted to tell how the average American looked back in the 60s and 70s. Everybody was pretty slim. You know, they really didn't have fat people back then. You know, but you translate to now because of the food being so defiled, corrupted with chemicals. Hey man, that's all you see is fats, man. That's all you see.
Fat, slow belly.
Back in the day, if you were fat, you worked at a circus. Like you were actually a laughing stock in the street. People would pay money to go see you fat.
World's fattest man.
Yeah.
And he was like the size of average fat up to date.
Hey,
It's crazy how low that America's gone. This used to be the place everybody wanted to go. You know, the land of milk and honey, the streets of paved with gold. People talked about this place like it was the kingdom of heaven. But it's nothing but a bunch of sluts and fats.
Like I remember I showed you that video about other countries that ridicule fats.
Yeah.
Like it says specifically with the Ammonites, they got different stores called fatties, plus size and shit like that. They're gonna let you know, they're gonna have to see with that name to let you know that it's wrong. No, but that's what America kind of, boasting. You can eat good over here.
Yeah, they got certain cities where you can't even buy clothes for fat women. Like that's how serious they are about not dealing with fats. Right? You physically can't make fat women's clothes. This society is the exact opposite.
and another thing too is what? Single women is frowned upon in other countries. They got something in China called leftover women, where if you're a single woman in your 30s, it doesn't matter your career, your money, you're untouchable.
In the ancient world, women, will be gotten young. You see, so you can mold them and
They were trained.
Yeah, they're trained to be your wife, to be your specific wife. But here, like the brother said, over in China, if you dirty, you can already, your mind is cooking. There's something wrong with you. It's like an illness almost. Like you become diseased with the Babylon Jews.
And another thing too in China, they frown down upon metrosexuals.
Yeah.
They're getting rid of all that K-pop and that J-pop because they understand the times they're living in. Not a time of peace, but a time of going into war. So they're getting everybody in that spirit. While over here in America, you got rainbow legs and men calling themselves baddies out here.
And with Putin too, over there in Russia, you can't even bring that alphabet stuff over there, man.
It's a crime.
It's a crime.
It's a crime in China right now to be a feminine as a man. That's how it's supposed to be. And over here, again, that's pushed in the military that's actually roles in positions of power.
Transformer
And
generals.
transform the gender. Here it is, you on the battle, you on the front lines of a battle, and the person giving you orders wants to be a woman.
Wearing some camouflage high heels.
There is they have at the TSA. There's a new law that they just enacted. There's a sign at the airport that says people can skip the line when you board the plane. It's handicap, elderly, and now they added LGBTQ. If you're that, you can skip the line and get on your plane.
Hey, there you go. Hey, hey, Revelation 11 verse 8, that great city, which spiritually is called Sodom
In Egypt.
where also our Lord was crucified. But make your point, and then you still got that Zechariah 5. We'll get that, and go back, rehold something. Kind. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, what you have in Isaiah?
Fatness.
We'll go back to the Judah. We'll go back to that'll probably come around again because we in that season.
This is another point I just thought about while you bringing up that Revelation. But I was watching the video of the brother Yuan Adhan, and one of the small hats, or probably just the plain Edomite, he mentioned about how Shai, Jesus' body, that the body is dead, and now it's just time to get rid of the body. In the sense of getting rid of that thought process of how about Shai. All right, but just that. But that made me think about that the Lord being crucified out here. They want to play God, they want to be God, so on and so forth. And I'm gonna show y'all that video once I find it. But like I said, we were talking about the Lord is already dead. Now it's just time to get rid of the body. Like that's some bold speaking of the Edomites out here.
Hey, that's the ultimate crucifixion right there, covering up his image. And when you cover up his image and put that image, Jesus comes with the vibration. Jesus comes with loving everybody. Jesus comes with rainbows and lollipops and tucking.
Sodom.
Tucking and we'll leave it at that. That's what Jesus comes with. Tucking and cucking. And fucking. That's neither here nor there, but you got the Zechariah. And this is what that curse of the earth is coming to burn with fire, along with those nuclear missiles. And it's no coincidence that over in Europe, they call a bundle of sticks that you set on fire a faggot. That's what they call it. They call a cigarette that you burn a fag.
It's back in Zechariah chapter 5, verse 4. It says, I will bring it forth, said the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name.
And they clearly swearing falsely by just to back up that Revelation 11 verse 8. They crucify the image. They swear that this is a God-fearing country, one nation under God. With the law of the land is the Bible, what that devil Ronald Reagan said. But they do everything completely contrary to it.
It says, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stones thereof.
And if timbers get consumed, what does that mean? You get set on fire.
That's it.
Right. And if a house in the law has leprosy in it, mold, you got to tear the whole structure down, which this whole society is leprous and molded and, ready to just be burnt to a crisp.
That's brother's page. Fire cures leprosy.
Hey, straight
That's
to
it.
the point. Fire does cure leprosy.
That's
And
it.
fire is going to cure this leprosy out here. We'll go back to that Jude 5.
That's the book of Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 5. And it reads, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have
Read one verse.
So,
up.
yeah, get the whole thing, huh? This is Isaiah 24 and 4, and it reads, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away.
And when you go into that word languish, it means to grow weak and feeble, which under this devil's rulership, this world has grown weak and feeble. Brothers posted 2 articles yesterday and a couple of days ago in our chat that caught my attention. You've got salmon that are getting caught with cocaine in their system, and you've got fruits out here that got heavy metals in it. Band-Aids have those PFAS or forever chemicals. Everything that this devil lays his hands on is corrupted and destroyed, and it causes the people to what? Languish under his rulership, as well as this entire planet. When he was Cain, what was one of his curses? That the earth would yield forth his strength to you.
It says, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
And this is the point, back up that brother.
Therefore had the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
A fire cures leprosy. For all this degeneracy and all this iniquity, for not following the laws out here, which is pushed by this Edomite, what? That cleansing agent is going to come. That fire from the missiles, as well as the curse that devoured the earth, the chariots, which you might hold on to that, Judah, but it's kind of moving. Somebody give me Isaiah 66, verse 15, Baba Kashai. It seems the spirit moving towards those chariots, which
That's it.
31, 5, count. Give me that Isaiah 66, 15. You got it? Count.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 15. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire. Like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
That doesn't sound like, this Jesus they talk about coming back in peace. As it says, for behold, Yahweh will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebukes with flames of fire. Those chariots coming and shoot concentrated heat on people. The so-called laser beams, which I did a video the other day talking about, how these chariots have been spotted by government officials throughout the decades, showing up over nuclear facilities and turning on their nuclear launch sequence and then turning it off, showing what? They have complete control over these nukes. And when it comes time, for those nukes to be fired, nothing will stop them. Reznov is not going to stop them. Captain Price is the Ghostface, and the Call of Duty crew isn't going to stop them. Op4. Yeah, this ain't Mission Impossible.
This ain't that, man.
This is Mission Possible. The possible and the inevitable destruction of Babylon. Mission Inevitable. Starring Yahushua. Yeah, that verse 16 kind.
Isaiah 66 and 16, it says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
By fire and by his sword. And who's his sword? The wicked, as pursuant to Psalm 17, verse 13. Esau, Edom. And what's the wicked's ultimate sword? Those nuclear missiles. So like I just said, the chariots are able to control these nukes. So when it comes time during World War III for the nukes to be fired, those launch sequences are going to start, and those missiles are going to fly, and what also? That other fire, the fire, the laser beams from the chariots hitting everywhere.
The guards equals the strangers. So the 144,000 strangers. That's beautiful, man.
Hey, that's a spirit. You can't make this up. Hey, in the land where you were said, it was not my people, there shall it be said, ye are the sons of the living power. Which, hey, you still got that, Judah? That, hey, we'll hopscotch back to that real quick. Because what was that Judah going into? When we start calling back on our power, which we were off from our identity for hundreds of years here, but through the will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, we have back our identity. So what? It's bringing about the end of this system right before these people's very eyes, whether they want to hear or forbear, which regardless, you're still going to get judged. We're at
You keep going in there, wisdom of Solomon 5.
Con.
Our salvation.
We'll get that wisdom of Solomon 5, then we'll, jump back to the chair. Con.
It's back in Jude 5, this is verse 19, it says, "But now are they returned to their power and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, where it was desolate."
And back then, we were in the Holy Land and we had the temple built, but the temple's been destroyed. But the third temple is being built right now, that spiritual temple. And Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So spiritually, where we've been scattered to, hey, we're all those spiritual building blocks, building up that third temple, calling back on our power, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai.
It says, "Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them."
And hey, that's been our case for the last 500 years or so. When we were in hardcore captivity, we didn't have our identity, we didn't have our language, we were called by these bywords, and made gifts amongst these different nations, as it says in Revelation chapter 11. The butt of every joke in this society. But it's different now. We are the children of Israel. These so-called white people are the biblical Edomites. America's going down. And it doesn't matter how drunk you are or what bullshit college you go to, you're going into slavery. And it's as simple as that.
That's right.
What about going into slavery?
It says, "But there is no, but if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them and their power before them, and we be a reproach before all the world."
And hey, the elect are covered by the blood of Yahushua. So though, we go off, hey, we're under that grace period. And the elect are ultimately going to be saved. So what? We're rehearsing the righteous acts and the iniquity, we do commit. Not telling you to commit sins, and it's covered by the blood, and we're continuing to do our work and get close to our power. So the Most High is making good on His word and coming back unto us and defending us. That's why these prophecies are coming to their fulfillment, and it's becoming more common knowledge every day that the true children of Israel are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. What happened with Vladimir Putin a couple of weeks ago? He opened up the vaults, which how he made it sound is they opened up the vaults, the door cracked open, and dust came out like it was these ancient archives. And they brought out those icons from the the medieval period, which showed the saints, which showed the Most High, which showed Israel, and which showed Yahushua, so-called dark-skinned Negroes. And Putin was like this: I present to you Black Jesus. It's out there.
Which he's known all along. All these world leaders, they all know the truth. That's why it tells you in Psalms 83 that they make a confederate against us, man. All right? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the only people that don't have any representation in the United Nations and these secret councils now. Why? Because the councils are about us. How can we stop these people? How can we cut down their numbers? How can we increase abortion? How can we destroy them as a people? How can we move more businesses in their communities and profit off them? Listen, what we're reading here in Judah, the 5th chapter, goes on every year in these councils.
So that was written about in the Babylonian Empire, all right, where the wickedness wasn't as nearly as great as it is here, all right, as far as our people commit the iniquity, the sin, all right, the transgression. How much more of now, this devil knows this. We studied this. He's, looked into the archives of the ancient men, okay?
What's it saying in Ezekiel? Their heart and their mind is deeper than Daniel.
Yep.
Get back to he's at war with the West, right? It's not like, see over there, they already know World War III has already started. They openly tell their citizens that we're at war with America. So when you're at war, what do? You make sure you have the right narrative. You take control of the narrative, all right? They know over there that they have the Lord's chosen people in captivity in the Western Hemisphere. So he's like, look, these are the real Jews. So who are those people in the Holy Land? All right?
And the elder brother Malcolm in Chicago made a beautiful point. Putin, probably did that to what? Create even more tension in America. Because by revealing that, by having a world leader come on the stage and say, look, the Israelites are Negroes. What's that going to do in America where racial tensions are at an all-time high? That's just going to further, kickstart those things and further bring that division.
Look at Russia's military. Russia's military is Russian men. America's military is a melting pot of a bunch of different nations. So you put that out there that, these are the Israelites. These are the people oppressing the Israelites, but they're fighting on the same team allegedly. He's doing that right before war.
But I was gonna say too, because as he's doing that, they started I forget the particular name of the draft that they started going up. He opened it and telling the people, we World War III, all right, the so-called Negroes are the real Jews, but we drafting ex-military, all right, people that's under 60, men to get ready for war,
Convicts.
man. Convicts.
I know what you're talking about. It's called the first phase, where they basically drafted the ex-military soldiers in Russia. They already started the draft. So why would you start a draft if you're not at war?
Hey, even over here in America, we've got a lot of veterans saying, hey, we've been getting calls, like they'll give us bonuses if we re-enlist and join the service. Because the American military is through on all levels.
Right.
A lot of people don't want to join. The people that are in the military want to get out, and the average American out here is a fat, drug-addicted, alcoholic retard.
It's like you were saying the other day. The majority of people that join the military, they just want to compare with some benefits, man. That's it. They're not fighting for rights or anything righteous. They're not fighting for the name of the Lord. Military discounts.
A 50% discount at Speedy Oil Change.
They don't give a damn about this country, man. You got to be bugged out of your mind to care about a country that doesn't care about you.
Hey, you just had when one of those hashtags were going out for war with Iran. I think about a year ago, you had an Eve who was in the army crying, saying, "I didn't join up for this." Nigga, what do you mean you didn't sign up for this? You joined the military, which is what? An institution that is used to fight wars and defend the country.
Like I said, towards the inside of that thing, why that Eve was crying like that is because usually when they sign up for that job, basic training is the hardest thing that they have to go through. After that, they're safe behind the desk. Everything behind the computer or whatever, that's where they're safe at. And they don't have to do anything like that. So they're not expected to fight that hard. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put some
roles are coming back into play. A man is going to have to be a man, and a woman is going to have to be a woman. No gray areas. No gray areas.
What's gonna happen?
Hey, and the fire truck is fire coming. He coming with that smoke.
That's fire. You can smell the smoke.
Jake's in the fire truck. Southern Kingdom driving a Issachar with that caterpillar mustache in the back, looking at he was looking at something dirty on Instagram.
Sorry to Also, I love.
What's your question? Bourbon Street? Yeah, bro. Just keep.
Also, I walked past over here. I love you also.
All right.
Love you all.
Yeah. You know, white people are going into slavery, according to the Bible.
I was involved.
Hey, you weren't involved with it. It doesn't matter. Get that Isaiah 14, and you know that one I like in Sirach.
All I know is I would not pick up. That was big. I love what y'all.
You mind if we get before you enjoy your day on bourbon? You mind if we get you something? One thing, and then we'll let you be.
It's the book of Isaiah.
Revelation 13. We'll get that. Yeah, we'll get that. Isaiah.
It's Isaiah 14 and 21. It reads, "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers."
And what did your forefathers do? How did they get this country?
I didn't have their mindset.
But what does it say in the scriptures? Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
That was like, no, I'm sorry.
Hey, we're speaking preach in the gospel, this is what the gospel and the word of God says. That we must prepare slaughter for the children for the iniquity of their fathers.
That was like the goats and like not slaughter of like black real Africans. That was like it's different slaughter. Like slaughter of like animals.
That's what you're saying, that's saying? Give me Revelation 13,
That's
verse
what
9 to 10.
I might be wrong.
Well, we got one more for you. Just something for you to ponder on. So you know, we don't want to keep you from enjoying Bourbon Street, you know, having a good Saturday.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Captivity. That's in Revelation, the last book of the New Testament.
Well, I do believe that slavery is probably the most mortal sin you can commit. I feel like that's pretty good, really bad. But I think it's way to interpret the Bible.
The Bible isn't open to any private interpretations. And that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it says the people that led these people into slavery are going to go into slavery. It's all throughout the Bible. That's actually the gospel.
Well, that's also, you read that, that's also like interpretation. Like also as an interpreter.
That's sounds pretty straightforward to me.
Yeah, read it, please.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
We know that the transatlantic slave trade was clearly as slavery in the title. You know, what people ignorantly refer to as, you know, Africans, which are really the children of Israel, led into captivity from the west coast of Africa to the Americas. And then with those European conquistadors in the Americas, what did they do to the natives here? How was America gotten?
Triumphant fleet, rape, robbery, and murder.
You know what Baton Rouge stands for? Red Stick. Because of all the kids. Oh, well, Baton.
Actually, I like it as much as I can. See
Well, you heard of, you know Baton Rouge, right?
yeah.
That means Red Stick because of all the killing of the so-called Native Americans in Baton Rouge to get that land. So this country is built on the rape, robbery, murder, death, and destruction of the children of Israel, who are known as the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans today. And in the Bible it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Do you believe in Jesus? Do you
Or-
believe in the red letters of the Bible?
As much as I can.
What does that
He's
mean?
got,
I got something.
you know what the red letters mean in the Bible, right?
Like the
No, red. If the Bible's written, you got regular written in black letters. That means that it's the Lord, you know, so-called Jesus speaking when it's in red letters. That's what it means in the Bible. If it's in red letters, that's Jesus, so-called Jesus speaking, whose true name, according to the Paleo-Hebrew, is Yahweh. Let's see what he had to say, also in the book of Revelation.
Revelations 2 and 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
Hey, that's talking about seeing what we're doing right now, holding fast to the works of the Lord, out here prophesying like the prophets of old, and our people that have woken up, you know, coming back to their identity, their heritage, and following after the ways. And what is that? What is the reward for doing so?
It says, verse 27, and he shall rule them with the rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I have received of my Father.
And what does that sound like to you? And this is in red letters, so it's Jesus speaking, and he shall rule them. You ruling over somebody, that means you have power over them. To do with them whatsoever you will, with the rod of iron, to break them as a vessel is broken, a piece of potsherd. And is that a peaceful act if I were to take a clay pot and beat it and shatter it with a rod of iron?
I mean, love y'all, love everything, but the Jesus I know, the Jesus I grew up on, I mean, y'all might not believe the same thing as me, but the Jesus I know, he's loving, forgiving, and almighty.
To Israel,
No, to
not to everybody.
everybody. I'm literally going to Bourbon Street, so
Hey, go enjoy
But-
Bourbon Street.
I want you to know my faith is like, as good as you can get. Yeah, I like mess up every once in a while, but I do know my Jesus. Jesus is almighty, all powerful.
Well, he is almighty and he is all powerful, and he's coming to
And he
he's coming
loves
to handle
you.
business.
You know,
Yeah, he
no,
loves the children
right.
of Israel.
No, he loves you.
He loves the
He
children.
loves you. He loves you.
Can I give him a credit for that?
Yeah, because we're Israelite. He's right by pointing at us saying he loves us. Yeah, you're right on that.
Well,
And you're right in him being all powerful.
Even if you were atheist.
That's not in the Bible.
No, he loves everything.
Like he doesn't love everyone.
No.
I'm not here to argue. Like,
we're just having a dialogue.
Yeah. That was a good conversation, but we're gonna go.
And be blessed in the name of Jesus.
But yes,
And when you get to Bourbon, just keep walking all the way down. You're gonna love it down there.
Hey,
Get to about Royal Street area, like a
I'm
few
gonna
blocks
Bourbon
down.
find my day. So
yeah.
Hey, go enjoy your day.
I ain't drinking or nothing, but
You're gonna be drinking. We know you're gonna be drinking. You look like you had some already. Hey, enjoy it. Hey, enjoy your Saturday.
but no, I'm not.
Enjoy the last
But
seconds of your
I do
kingdom.
appreciate.
This is
That's
the
right.
your kingdom, so just live it up.
If I leave with anything, just know what I think is Jesus loves you.
Yeah.
That's right.
He does. Hey, you're right on
Whether
that.
you're Israelite or not.
He hates you.
I know Jesus loves you.
Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
Well, yeah, there's
Hey, enjoy your Saturday night.
But Jesus doesn't.
Hey, see you soon. Hey, we'll see you again. We'll see you again. Don't worry.
Kingdom.
See you in heaven.
Yeah, we are
That's right. And our help.
We are gonna see the kingdom.
Thou saidest.
Thou said
Yeah,
it.
that's spiritual.
We're gonna shut him out.
Remember him.
He ain't got no backbone. Hey, y'all ever saw that movie, The New God? That's one of the old. Just look up The New God. I know you know. He looked just like The New God.
Oh my God.
Lamentations
Oh, you talking
4 and 21, and it reads,
What, man?
Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom.
Live it up.
Yeah. Rejoice. Hey,
That's it.
go down there and have 7 hand grenades for completion. And just, to hell with everything.
Hey, if you an Edomite, a so-called white person, hey, max out your credit cards, get the biggest pile of snow you can get, that China white, the purest China white, do a backflip with a bungee cord off a building, go to PetSmart and have a field day. Just do you. Because, hey, we're at the end of your heavens, your kingdom. We're about to come into our heavens, our street.
Right.
That's right. Hey, we're going to rule over you with that rod of iron.
Transition
Rule
of
over your
power.
women with that rod of, what's the same Lamentation?
That's
It
it.
says, and dwellest, I'm gonna just start again. Lamentations 4:21, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
And that cup is talking about slavery. Which,
right.
you can give me this in Obadiah.
Captivity.
That's you right. Give me that Obadiah 1 and 15. Oh, look, we're going to get that after the Lamentation.
It reads, thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
And hey, Esau Edom is being made drunken right now. Spiritually drunken. And he's being made naked spiritually. As it says in Isaiah 47, the skirts of Babylon being lifted up. Which is showing what? Your privy parts, your private parts. All of this wickedness that Esau Edom tried to hide is being exposed to the world. And as with Pandora's box, once Pandora's box is open, you can't close it again. And when you look into the myth of Pandora's box, that Pandora's box held all the evils of the world. That's how they say evil got into the world, with Pandora's box being open. So with this spiritual Pandora's box being open, all the evils and judgments are about to come upon you Edomites in America, and it will not be closed.
One last verse. It says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
And like we went into what said Brother Kabar, your lesson last night, the comforting words of the scripture. That's comforting. Seeing that we are at the end of our captivity and what? We shall no more be led into captivity. We're going to finally be at peace. Our entire nation is going to be righteous. And we're just, as it says in Psalms 149, be able to rest upon the saints. They're finally going to be able to rest upon their beds.
It reads, he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
He will visit thine iniquity.
How to visit the lesser sin of this. But if I could say, and that just turned full circle back to what we came out with the information about the chariots, the Inquisition, right? Hey, this devil, those sins are being discovered, man. Right?
That backs up. This Obadiah is going to back up that cup.
Book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Straight to the point. There's no private interpretation under that. This man was talking about, that's talking about goats. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of his father. So a goat was out here raping and robbing. Yeah, they are goats. So he was throwing out some uncut gems.
He's being as spiritual as the Edomite could be. It says, thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
Hey, thou shalt drink the cup, and you're going to drink that cup to the dregs. That iniquity, nakedness is going to cover you. You can read 16 to 17. 18, I forgot.
That's the gospel.
Read the 18 and then jump to 21, and that'll be the conclusion of the matter.
Verse 16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
They shall drink and they shall swallow down and be as though they had not been. These heathens being in rulership over the children of Israel, they're going to be perpetual second-class citizens in the kingdom. There's going to be no rising up of these different nations, and the ultimate be as though that was not been is going to be Esau, Edom. After that first 1,000 years of the kingdom of heaven, building it up, there's going to be a Basra bonfire of every single Edomite man, woman, and child, young and old. And they're going to be cold from this planet permanently.
See, that couple be the last thing that's never seen, right? It had me thinking, because I'm a man that watch westerns, right? So you got the good guy, he been chasing the villain the whole while, the villain just did a bank robbery, just hypothetically. Hey, but this devil, what do they usually do? The villain, go to the bar. Yeah, and then here comes the antagonist. Hey, get your last drink. That cup will be the last thing that this devil sees. Because like you just read, they're going to be burned up in a fire, great Basra bonfire.
I read that movie, High Plains Drifter.
Yeah.
That was, when you watch that movie, it was really, I'm going to spoil the movie, so for the next couple of minutes, don't pay attention to it. Clint Eastwood was really a ghost in that movie, a vengeful spirit coming back because the town had killed him. And then he came back and destroyed the entire town and got his judgment. And the movie literally ends with him beating the villain to death with a whip. And the town is on fire when he rides away. But what does that sound like?
Justice.
That was a good ass movie.
It says, verse 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness.
Hey, he shall no more be led into captivity.
That's right.
Deliverance by what? The vehicles of our salvation, the chariots.
And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
And he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And when somebody's in captivity, you take what? You take their gold, their silver, their women, their daughters. You take everything from them. You take everything from them.
The slaves don't really own them.
When you're a slave, you have no identity.
And you have no conceit.
Yeah, that's.
That's why the Eli Whitney got credit for the cotton gin, for inventing the cotton gin, when it was not him. He's a slave master. His slave invented that. Because why would a white man or a slave master want to invent something that's going to make
his
he's
job
got
easier.
slaves on him?
Yeah.
You don't.
Right.
So his slave invented a way for him to not need slaves no more. So he invented a cotton gin, but what happened? Eli Whitney saw that his slave invented that, so he took it to. That's why my dad always said that's why the white man invented the U.S. patent, the USPTO, so they could steal inventions. So they took the invention, like you just said. Slaves don't have no rights; they're not people. The slave could not patent that invention. He could not own it. Whatever the slaves invented on that man's land as slaves belonged to the master. So he patented it in his name. That's why when you read up the record books and the history books, it says if you look up the cotton gin, it shows the inventor is Eli Whitney. That's a white man. He didn't do it. It's slave.
Just like that Jake Gregory, Dick Gregory, he said the only thing the so-called white man invented was the patent office. And that he used that to just steal everything that Jake creates. Like the brother was saying, the slave has every incentive to make his job easier. A slave master has no real incentive to not need slaves because he already has slaves. So when you look into the history of this country, man, Jacob is the former of all these things. All right, Jacob creates all these technological advances. All right, the computer, the internet. All right, but then they tell you
Air conditioning, the filament in the light bulb, the turn signal, the actual turn signal on your car. Blink, blink, blink was made. Everything that makes the society easier was created by so-called Negroes. But who took the credit for it? The Edomite, because what? We're slaves in this captivity. And what does it say in the law? If a man gets children and wife in your house and he leaves, he's got to leave everything with you because what? He's your servant.
And as wicked as it is, it's righteous at the same time. Right, the Heavenly Father lived in the created world, it's angels did it, but he gets the credit. So if you have slaves and they make something, you get the credit. That's how it's going to be in the kingdom. When you read the scriptures, it clearly tells you that the heathen are going to be doing manual labor. It says what? We're going to build the kingdom. We're not going to actually do manual labor. These bread winches, they're not going to have right, man.
This type of shit ain't gonna never be on. This they last launch.
That's it. The final slut walk.
That's it. Ain't gonna be nothing.
And the final slut walk, and they like that talk. But this is the only work we're going to be doing in the kingdom.
Even that's gonna be too much. You know, hey, we're gonna have spiritual powers. Now, I'm just putting what I need done in their brain. Like you got to just do it without
Download it.
I'm gonna use my words for the talk of brothers and shit like that. I ain't even gonna waste my words with a heathen.
They're going to be in that freezer chair in the kingdom. That little hover chair just hovering her.
Man, I got a freestyle.
Actually, finish out that Obadiah 18 and then jump to 21 by Pusha.
Obadiah 1 and 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. All right, the northern and southern kingdom coming back together. And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them.
Like they just spawn right there.
The house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh hath spoken it.
As the brother was saying, a house of Jacob, the southern kingdom, the so-called Negroes, a house of Joseph, the northern kingdom, the so-called Latinos and Native Americans, shall be a fire. They're going to be all 12 tribes, beginning with the elect, they're going to be back in rulership in the kingdom. And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in him and burn him, and there shall be none remaining in the house of Esau. After that first 1,000 years, every Edomite, the entire nation of Esau, Edom, will be kaput.
Right here on the face of the earth. Verse 21. And Savior shall come up on the Mount Zion to judge the Mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be Yahweh's.
Straight to the point. The Savior shall come. Again, with Yahweh Shai shall come up the Mount of Zion to judge the Mount of Edom. Mountain government. So, this government of Esau's globally is being judged. And Yahweh Shai and the elect are going to come and give them that Isaiah 9 and 1-3 treatment. Get them everywhere they're at. That Isaiah 149, you slap chains and iron on their nobles and their kings and going into slavery. The kingdom shall be Yahweh. by extension, what? Children of Israel. Yes, sir. Wait, that's something. Time. I know you've been holding something.
All right, this is backing up that point when the brother brought out Eli Whitney. Sirach 10 and 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, which is definitely
You can break it down.
which was definitely one of the reasons why the heathen is even in this place. Like I said, they raped, robbed, and killed every of our people to take this land and so on and so forth. And we honestly built this land. It's the glory of all of it. They did. All right. But it says because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And like the brother said, man, like the tab is already out the roof right now. They got to pay for that, man. He that leadeth into captivity must go into captivity. So, like I said, with all this wickedness and rape, robbing, and pillaging that they've been doing in this thing, like I said, the time is up. It's time to pay that tab and for that kingdom to be translated to us.
Time is up, like in Independence Day, when Jeff Goldblum was looking at the countdown on the laptop and it hit 0, he looked back and said, checkmate. And then that's when the chariots started shooting those laser beams and wrecking shop.
I think
Yes, I'm out.
somebody get going into now. Sirach 33 and 22. Read down to 27. Right? This is the must, man. We're going into slavery. You need it, like, this is the must. It's going to happen.
Sirach 33, verse 22, it reads, in all thy works, keep to thyself the preeminence. Leave not a stain in thine honor. At the time when thou shalt end thy days and finish thy life, distribute thine inheritance. Fodder and land and burdens are for the ass, and bread, correction, and work for the servant.
Who the servant is, man. The servant also pretty much Esau Edom, man. All right, going to the book of Psalms, all right, talk about princes and the servants, man. All right, when you brothers get that,
How's it go? I don't know. Got it.
what is that? 10?
Ecclesiastes 10,
Yeah.
kind of.
Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 10. I'm going to start at verse 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. Verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
I precept that with Proverbs 10, Proverbs 19:10.
19:10. I got it. This is Proverbs 19, verse 10. Delight is not seemly for a fool, much less for a servant to rule over princes.
Right. We get precept that in Lamentations 5 and 8. Right? These devils are servants. They were set up to rule, man. Right? Yes, they're ruling. So what you in the scripture you better get into, this is what you do to a servant, man. Right? And these servants, the Lord has put them over us to punish us, man. To make us really jealous of what we're supposed to have, man. You want to sit up there in this prison with these servants over you to prosper, to want to be here forever, man. You should be wanting to get free to get your own shit, man. All right? Go ahead.
This is Lamentations 5, verse 8. Servants have ruled over us. There is none that doth deliver us out of their hand.
Yeah, man. That's plain. Let's go back to that.
It's back in the book of Sirach, chapter 33, in verse 25, and it reads, if thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty.
Yeah, if you let him go idle, he's going to seek liberty. The same thing happened for these devils when our foreparents ran them up in the carcass's mouth. Right? The so-called white man is always has done what? Learn to evade and capture, all right, as a fugitive, right? Since he didn't came out of power from out of the Caucasus Mountains through the Renaissance, all right, which means a rebirth. What they done done? They didn't came into power and ruled over us. Because what we should have done with our foreparents is pretty much got rid of them. But we didn't put them in the mountains. And like I said, to this day, you can look it up. They call the mountains it was hiding in over there in Georgia River. They call it Mount Petra today. But back in the day, they called it what? Anybody know? Mount Seir.
You're talking about Petra in the land of Seal, like in Edom.
Yeah. It's called Petra today. It's called Petra today, though. The modern day name for the day is Petra. Biblical name is Mount Seir. Right? And these devils have set themselves up as the Khazars, man. Right along with the American Edomites, which is the biblical name for the so-called white people. You're an Edomite. You're Esau. Your foreparents Esau. You're Edomite. Right? So right along with you and those gutter rats we call the 1948ers, the so-called Jewish people, right? That run America. They run America, man. Lock, stock, and barrel. Right? They're the ones you see running this corporation called BlackRock, Vanguard, Standard Oil. Every corporation in America is under their banner. All right?
Like I had a point to what you mentioned before. Like I said, Saul was one of those examples of like that was supposed to be a point in time that we supposed to get the Amalekites out of here.
Yeah.
They supposed to be playing out of here, but by Saul, not doing what the Lord commanded him to do. Like I said, now they're in this position right now, getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah. These devils been in the power from the Renaissance, even with the Borgias. This guy right here. Let's get the real picture. All right, this picture you see of sweet Jesus, that's not really Jesus. This guy is the actual guy of Caesar Borgia. All right. Renaissance conquerors who may have inspired the modern day image of Jesus, which it did. The modern day image of Jesus is the Borgia family, the son, Caesar Borgia. The father was Pope Alexander VI of Rome, who said himself, he thought he was a god. So what he did, he said himself, if I'm God, I need to set my son up as what? Jesus Christ. And from that time period on to this very day, everybody thinks that the one you call Jesus Christ in the Bible is the so-called white man. Now, one would say, why are you arguing about color? Why? Because color today has to be brought into play for truth's sake. Right? Because a bunch of lies have been told, man. A bunch of images of this guy have been put up in every home throughout America. Every home throughout this known world, man. But do the Lord look like that in the Bible? No. And this guy here this guy slept with his sister, he killed his brother, he did all type of shit, man. You know? Yeah, he was a wild boy, man. But yet, everybody in America loves him. When you have a guy sit down at night, over his feet, he go to pray, this guy pops up. In that little bubble, that cartoon bubble, the 3 dots, the bigger bubble, this guy pops up in everybody's head, man. Meanwhile, the Lord of the Bible doesn't look like that, like I said. Like, give me that information.
God, this is on the K-Zones, which your brother was talking about.
Show the book, the author. Like I say, we get deep into things, man. Okay? And these devils, all right, starting with these elite bankers, they know this, man. They know that their heritage and that the so-called white people, and I'm going to say this too, it's not about color. This is not about color too, because you got Israelites. Can I get a picture of you or a video of you?
Go for it.
You got Israelites that look like this dude, man. All right? Not saying he is an Israelite, but you got Israelites that look like him. Because we have a thing called a confusion of face. Now, the only thing that we can identify today of what an Israelite is what? Based on the spirit. spirit is basically filtered through this, man. This determines whether what a guy is or not, man. It's Bible. All right? And what he kind of, his spirit jumps into. Okay? So it's not all about color. Okay, go ahead, brother. And page what? Name out the page.
Page 10.
You can't get that book. That book was once $20. I seen that book get up to $1,000 at one time. Why they hide this book for $1,000? Because it tells the truth. And over my years in the truth, I've seen countless number of times. Some of the books I got. At one time it was $20, $10, now they $3,000, $9,000. They don't want you to have it, man.
I bought that book at $20. When I went back to give it to another brother that was in gym in Chicago,
Yes.
$200 something.
Yeah, it perfectly. You can't get that, man.
Around the time I got this too was on Amazon for like $20. It's like, oh yeah,
You better get on it. If you can find this book, look,
$65.
that's $165. I seen it when it was $900.
I got one for 19, I got one for 16.
The paper is hard. Yeah, better get it.
Order it. Better order it right now.
Better order it right now, man.
He got at it.
That's his best thing to do. I was finna get cooking on his ass, man. I was seasoning him right now. Yeah, I was seasoning him. I was seasoning I was just seasoning him up right now. Putting all the Tony Satcheries and shit on him before I put the
right.
on his ass, man.
That boy hit the two thumbs up.
Go ahead, bro.
I think, real quick, I think in Kings, when in the book of Joshua, when they were killing those Hamites, one of the kings, they cut their thumbs and toes off and cast his body into a cave. But this is on page 10 on Who is Esau Edom by Charles A. Wiseman. The Khazars were a nomadic people who had no traces of Hebraic culture, which this book has some bones in it because they were Amalekites who were Edomites, so they were Hebraic. They had been following a pagan and a sex-oriented religion until they had officially embraced Judaism in 740 AD, while rejecting Christianity and Mohammedanism. The Jewish
And why I say Mohammedanism? Because a lot of them crackers was under the religion of what? Islam, as the Ottoman Turks, man. You hear anything about Ottoman Turks, them Edomites, man.
Even today,
man.
a lot of the Turks are Edomites.
A lot of them motherfuckers you see in Egypt, they not really Egyptian, them Edomites, man. Arabs. They took over that land, man.
During the Ptolemies.
Yeah.
And a lot of these so-called Native Americans, if you look up $5 Indian, and you'll see where they was, where they saw where Esau was giving the original Native Americans land and other benefits because of to compensate for the loss for stealing their shit. So they say, okay, we're gonna give y'all all this. So Edomites was around and say, hey, they're giving all that to them. Can we put our names on there?
Yeah, they started pledging. They started pledging as Native Americans, man.
It's called the Dawes.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's called the Dawes Roll. Which is what they would pay $5 to be labeled as Native American. And a lot of them Native Americans, so-called Native Americans that owned in casinos are Edomites.
Yeah.
In that movie that just came out, the Curse of the Flower Moon, was all about Esau getting with these Gadite women to get their land and their resources.
Even that dumb bitch over there in Hawaii, all right? The one that lady, it really was a woman that got the inheritance of Hawaii, but guess what? Esau came up in there, popped her, and took every goddamn thing from her, man, infiltrated. Yeah. Yeah, man.
And what was, that's their history. What did Haman do? He got up damn near second in command under the Persian Emperor Ahasuerus. And when you read in the edition of Esther's, it says he did it in order to translate the rulership of them to the Macedonians. When you read in the edition of Esther's, it says Haman got so far up so he could translate power from the Persians to the Macedonians, his people. That's what these Edomites do.
Yeah, and like I said, you had that dumbass woman that got the rule over Hawaii. The Edomites got up in there and married her, and guess what? They wound up taking every goddamn thing from her and owning both of the islands of Hawaii, man. All right? And that's what they do. All right? And they don't give a goddamn. That's how the rest do.
He said real quick, this also proves how stupid it is for you niggas to try to get reparations.
Right.
First of all, Esau's never going to pass that bill. Even if he did, he would just declare himself a Negro the next week. Right? He said, oh, I'm 1/10 black.
I identify as black.
I identify as black.
They're trying to come out with something now called transracialism, where if you look like a so-called white person, hey, maybe in my spirit I identify as an African American.
Yeah. Hey, but what we got now, what we got now with the his and hers and I am and he, I can identify. I'm a building. I'm a car. I'm a camera today. According to America.
But you can't identify as an Israelite. That's no, you can't do that.
Huh?
All because of the LGBTQ.
That was the groundwork.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And like I said, that's what happens when you deal with the devil. The devil, you have all type of acronyms and you speak. And you can be whatever you want to be here, man. All right. Meanwhile, this devil is still doing what he's doing. He's taking over. He have taken over the goddamn world, man. Right? Did that dude say anything on the coming word? I put the stuff on that. Go ahead, brother.
The Jew, and little background. The reason those Khazars converted to Judaism is because you had there was a lot of friction in that land along the Silk Road between the Christians and the Muslims, and they didn't want to play what they wanted to be neutral. So we're Jews, we're not Christian, we're not Muslim. So what? They can take control of the Silk Road routes.
Yeah, but did y'all brothers? I put it in the thing. Did y'all see? Well, a sign. That boy said, "You seen what he said, huh?" The boy said, "Man, them gutter rats, y'all set that whole play up of the Holocaust and put yourselves up as the real people of the land." Who said that?
The president of Syria.
The president of Syria. They've been trying to kill him for years, man.
Right? He's been a guard unto him. Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody been knowing, man. Well, it seems so crazy. Everybody been knowing who we are, but now that we shine the light on these devils, and put I'm talking about to shine a big LED light on them. That's an evil. That's a this. That's a that. Everybody want to turn the blind eye, man. But go ahead.
The Jewish author and historian Arthur Koestler also concludes that the majority of East European Jews, and hence the world of Jewry, is of Khazar and not of, I'm going to say the right word, Shemitic origin, which, we are Shemitic. In the beginning of his book, he states, the large majority of surviving Jews in the world is of Eastern European and thus perhaps mainly of Khazar origin. Here it is. If so, this would mean that their ancestors came not from the Jordan, but from the Volga, not from Canaan, but from the Caucasus.
Yeah, and they know this, man. And these their own people. These their own scholars, their own people that put together. And like I said, what the scripture said, the tongue should fall upon themselves, man. And with this book, it definitely have. It has fallen upon them so much to where it exposes them, man. Right along with the prophets, man. Go ahead.
On the next page, there is an abundance of ancient place names in the Ukraine and Poland, which, why do you think America's going so hard for Ukraine? Because that's filled up with fucking Amalekites, which derive from Khazar or Zid. As the Khazars left their homeland of Khazaria and migrated north and west, they lost their name and became known as Jews. Their Yiddish language and alphabet is not.
And this is why we come up here time and time again and tell you blockhead niggas. You talk about, you come up to somebody, you sure?
Israelites.
Yah! Yahweh! The Ruah, all that stupid shit. Man, that's not the real language, man. All right, that's Yiddish. We're going to go into what the Yiddish is. Go ahead.
As the Khazars left their homeland of Khazaria and migrated north and west, they lost their name and became known as Jews. Their Yiddish language and alphabet is not that of the Israelites.
What?
Is not that of the Israelites.
What? One more time, brother.
Their Yiddish language and alphabet is not that of the Israelites.
Go ahead.
But an amalgamation of Aramaic,
A mixture. Amalgamation, go ahead.
medieval German,
Medieval German.
Slovak,
Yep.
and Russian dialects.
Come on, man. So why are you talking about Yahweh and Yeshua and all these other characters, man? It's not even the name of the Lord. And like I said, these devils know that.
It
Gets more juicy.
more Amy, this magazine is getting empty. Historian H.G. Wells, which wrote that book War of the World, I think that's the same guy. If you heard of that book, movie War of the Worlds, that's based off the book written by H.G. Wells. Historian H.G. Wells states the Idumeans, Edomites, were made Jews, and the Turkish people, Khazars, were mainly Jews in South Russia. The main part of Jewry was never in Judea and had never come out of Judea. According to the Jewish Encyclopedia, where we get what? Arsareth from, the original stock of the Khazars came from the land of Edom. Hasadi Ivan Shepard, who was a foreign minister to Abd al-Rahman, Sultan of Cordova, in his letter to King Joseph of the Khazars, about 960, speaks of the tradition according to which the Khazars once dwelt near the Seir Mountains.
Yeah. And notice, somebody get a picture of Mount Petra. Right? And that's why these devils, if you can get it, that's why these devils have the architecture that looks like that. Right? The architecture that looks like these big white buildings, like the bird can't see it right now. It's a big white hotel right here. And big round. So white buildings. That's why you see the pillars.
The emblems,
Yeah, that's why you see the pillars.
the eagle.
Yeah. Carvings and the architecture. Yeah, the Washington Monument, all of them have pillars because it reminds them of what? Mount Petra, man.
Now that dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks, as it says in Obadiah.
Not this. We studied a while back. I think
Habitation
those
is
pillars you see
high.
on these plantation homes, all that shit go back to Petra. It's a thing of yeah, that's it right here. That's how Mount Petra looks. That's why these devils have a fascination with skyscrapers, man. Give me the Obadiah 1. That's why these devils have a fascination. Yeah, somebody put it all together for me, look. That's why these devils have a fascination with this shit, man. Because these buildings, you look at them, they look like caves with the holes in the caves and shit. Every window look like you can go into it, man.
Yeah.
Right?
One of the elders made a beautiful point. When you look at a skyscraper at night and see the lights, imagine looking at a mountain
Like it's
with a
burning.
cave with them little different dens with torches in it.
Like you know, you make a fire inside of a cave hole. You see the lantern burning. That's how it looks at night when you look at the windows of a building. When you're driving on the highway, looking from afar, you see the building light on, but it looks like somebody's inside of a cave, man. That's them.
The spirit bears witness.
That's it.
This nigga all into rock. The scripture tell you that Esau was a man of the field.
Who's into rock climbing?
This devil. Why work at it? You want to get in the tree? Fuck no, boy. If people know how to get a tree, come on, man. Come on. You got the irons. Man, I ain't give a damn if that 3 hornets on my ass. I ain't getting up there. Jake ain't doing that shit.
Hey, you wanna chop wood?
Yeah, you want to chop some wood? Man, ain't chopping no wood, man. What's wrong with you? That's Eve, man. And like I said, this devil we know, if you was to actually, he could be cast for a mid-age Esau, man. He got the hair all on his shoulder blade, all on his back, all on his stomach. You know? Yeah, he's red.
Red right here.
Even his eyebrows are hairy, man. That bitch is like stick out. He got hair in his ears, hair in his nose. You know?
Original caveman.
Like a caveman.
That's it.
With the Flintstones.
Everything. The Flintstones.
Here all over.
Encino Man.
Even the insurance dude. Remember back in the day on insurance?
I go, even it's so easy, even a caveman.
Yeah.
They've been telling you who they are, man.
The Quest for Fire, the ultimate Edomite movie.
Yeah.
That show, Satan, they had a TV show called Satan or the Devil.
Yeah.
And it was the white
It
man.
was Esau playing, he was being himself. And I think wasn't Eve like it, probably the Eve was his main
Pero
focus.
si está cerrado,
So go back to go. Yeah, give me over the Bible. Y'all go. I'm gonna leave it back to the brother. Read that other one. Sit right there. I'll leave off that. Get the Obadiah. Yeah, that's why these devils like Oslo. They're like canoeing and shit, like hunting, right?
Drinking blood.
Yeah, because what's a ritual? You anybody know the ritual when you go deer hunting? Amongst these men, what's the ritual in? Yeah, when your first ever killing deer, you have to, once you kill a deer, you tear the sacks out. It's amongst the Edomites, you gotta go stick your hand in there, rip out the heart, bite the heart. And some Edomites get so, go look it up. It's a couple of them devils, what they do, they rip the stomach open on the deer and they get inside of it there, stick their head out. You get in the body. Because they all about that blood and the adrenaline. They love that shit, man.
Some of them too. Take a cup, fill a little cup with blood.
Yeah, hit it.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that's Edomite.
That's it.
Yeah, you gotta eat a piece first. I didn't see devils go in there and rip it out. Bite a big piece of it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he love it.
Take a bath in it, man.
Yeah. Since thou hast not hated blood shall pursue
They
thee.
do that, Rashad. That was like blood lust, like. They taste that blood and kind of get crazy.
Harbinger of death.
All of them got a little bit of it. If I'm not mistaken, don't the Hamites actually go for like the balls that we eat? The Edomites eat cattle shit.
Eat everything.
In the movie Apocalypto, they gave the guy the phone.
That's wrong for me.
Show you what we're learning, man. Look at that. Show you what we're learning. That's what they do. They do. That's a girl. That's a girl. That's a female. That's what they do, man. Could bring some man juice. Man drinking the blood. Go ahead, brother.
You want the one and one?
Throw that one. Throw that two.
It's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 2. It reads, Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
We ain't seen that coming to play now. That the Edomites in America are greatly despised amongst the other nations. They hate America, man. Right? They look at America as if you're not even that world power as you. You're not even strong in this big mighty man as you, man. You're weak. Go ahead.
Verse 3. The pride of thine heart had deceived thee.
And Esau is the most proudest man of them all. So it says the pride of thy heart had deceived thee, man. Go ahead.
That thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, which goes to Mount Petra. Starting with Mount Petra is the hard. Guess what? These buildings and these things that you see, they're like modern day caves too, man. Because what, according to the Bible, what the Lord said the size of the building was to be? Anybody know? 3 stories. The Lord tell you in the Bible, if you was to build a building, that building can't be no more than 3 stories. Why? Because if anything ever happens, was a fire, or anything, I can jump out 3 stories. I might get scuffed up or break a little something, sprain something. But you seen for 9/11. Get up. If I go from up there on the top floor, it's over, man.
It's over.
You gonna be like that, man, that nigga we see in the video, that nigga sound like a pig. Yeah. They see for 9/11, I've seen the people, niggas up there for a good little while. One nigga jumped out the window with his briefcase. with the suit on. You see that shit? You can go look that up. He came out with the briefcase.
Come on, please. All right.
Good to see brothers and captains like
Still holding the briefcase. You know? Man,
They should have
crazy.
opened it like a parachute and see if it would have.
It did, you know? But the reason why the Lord put everything in place what you need. You see 1, 2, 3. Look at from the bottom of the ground, 1 story, 2 story, 1 story, 1 story, 2 story, 3 story. Right there, man. That's it. Right here. The second one, that's 3 stories. You good, man. Man, I done been one of them little nappy head J. I done jumped off the goddamn roof, man. Boom. Keep on running. You know? Why, you know, playing Sonic and shit, you jump from house to house, we done done that shit, you good. You know what I'm saying?
Back in 92, I had to do it. Jumping out of this girl house.
Yeah.
Her voice jumped out of that and came on.
Yeah, but when you build stuff like that, and shit like this, man, it's over with, man. But like I said, but these things remind him of the cage, right? It reminds him of Mount Petra. It reminds him of his living quarters, man. When he was, like I always say, he was picking them lights out of his grandmother's hair, eating them and shit.
Drinking blood out of a skull, drinking water out of a skull, drinking
This
blood
devil-
too.
This fucking Edomites ain't shit, man. You gotta understand, these devils was walking like this. Man, you know them apes, they were walking like that, man.
Yeah.
Braiding. They were braiding and shit, man.
Show
This
the
is
chaps.
history.
It showed you their true estate and claiming of the apes, the original ones, because they were running around. They couldn't speak. They were hairy, had loincloths on.
That's why every time, and you notice in most, starting with the Native Americans, how the fuck you don't know to wash your ass, man? They had to show them how to wash their ass, how to survive the winters. Yeah, because your ass was up in the mountains. You were just living like a goddamn beast. All right, you were just wilding out up there in them caves, man. You know that other little. One day, maybe should I show you the thing?
Yo, yeah.
You was doing that, E. You was doing that. You might have had the paint on your shit. Up in there, echoing and shit. This is devil, man. Yeah. Yeah, these devils, these devils put on a ghillie suit, man. They know how to be animals, man. You know what I'm saying?
I recently had to work around, what that was, Tulane was working around. You know, and that's their day and they raw as the state. You know, in that college, you know, teenage, man, those rooms. One of them boys opened the door, you could just smell the body odor coming out there. You know, they leave their shoes outside. You know,
That's you, man. And like I said, stop hiding. Everybody knows from a natural fact. When I was a little boy, from a little boy, white people smell like fucking dogs.
Shit.
When it rains, man. You go over to their house, it's just strands of hair all in the toilet. Not in the toilet, but in the tub. They shit like animals, man. You got lice.
They don't flush.
You the only nation that got lice. Jake don't get no lice because we got oils in our skin and our hair. You get lice like an animal. You got ticks and shit. That's ticks, you know what I'm saying? You the goat, and we the sheep, man.
Shit.
You look like you got the same hair ticks as the sheep. You got the ticks as the goat.
Goat.
The goat, my bad, the goat. You know? That's you, E.
That's a goat.
Yeah, it's the goat, man.
Now,
Real
Billy Goat got that kind of beard.
it reads, let's start at the top again for 3. Obadiah 1 and 3, the pride of thine heart had deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock,
brand cracker right here.
whose habitation is high.
Black on the outside, white on the inside. You can't tell this nigga shit.
That said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Better stop playing. Fucking coon, man. Go ahead.
Turbo coon.
Turbo coon. Fucking coon, man.
Verse 4,
Then you a long lip ass gonna come over there playing. Stupid ass niggas, man. I can't wait for the Lord to get rid of you fucking coons, man. Right. Ain't nobody even about to fuck with him either. Get the fuck up some lunch. What's that goddamn seat there? Your ass.
Just like it, right?
He had to do something to show, and she got the bathroom at all.
Like boom, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Looking like Willy Wonka.
Damn thing.
Yeah, that's all right. They don't look like a giraffe. They don't look like a goddamn giraffe, like a newborn giraffe. All right? But I hate you niggas that get with these fucking white girls. You think you Bob Bark now, man. All right? You niggas think he done made it. Yeah, you know, Ryan Gumbo and that other nigga, Wayne Brady.
He said he had everything sexual now. So.
Yeah. See, I started watching Let's Make a Deal when the nigga said that. Immediately. You should watch that.
Paying sexual.
Yeah, man. But you know that nigga into some erotic shit. He probably put all type of shit up there. So, I'm talking about they do all type of shit to a nigga like that, man. He can't go back from what they do to him. Go ahead.
Verse 4, it reads, Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou...
Which we see, eagle is the main staple. Rich, that eagle is really not an eagle. That eagle is really a phoenix, man. Because they love the phoenix too, because they feel that they was the ones that rose from the ashes of them being brought down, man.
Rebirth.
Yeah.
Renaissance.
And that's why a lot of times you watch, you go into a lot of different period times of Esau using the eagle. A lot of times that eagle has two heads. Going both ways, man. All right, I think that other guy, remember I showed y'all, I think Caesar, Alexander the Great, when he was born, Almond Norman happened. Almond Norman happened even with him. At the birth of Alexander the Great, you had his mom and them at the house, and then guess what? Well, guess what landed on top of the roof? 2 eagles, man. All right?
I mean, shit. That's a torch with wings. What? The phoenix rising from the ashes.
Yeah. They got all this artifacts, all this, like a lot of times, even throughout New Orleans, if you see pine cones, that means something. You see the other guy, you see Green Man. You know, even the Florida Lease. The Florida Lease is a symbol of slavery, man. All right? That's what they used to brand the slaves down here with when they were runaways, man. When they was the ones bucking up. They used to put it in the middle of their forehead on their thigh, man. Go ahead.
Verse 4, in the middle of it, it reads, And though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
One more time,
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars.
And what's the nest that he sets among the stars, according to Isaiah the 13th chapter? It's his space station, man. His satellites and his different cameras, man. That's him setting himself up to be over the sons of the Most High, man.
Do what heaven.
Right, and so he can watch every goddamn thing. Right, this devil he got satellites up there in the heavens. He can see us right now, man, live. They got back. Well, I don't know if they're doing it now. You used to have a Google. I used to fuck with it in Houston. A Google that they can actually see us right now. The cars going by, the girl with the green shirt across the street, it's going on right now.
Yeah, bro.
Satellite.
Oh, my bad.
Then it said, what? God's eye?
Yeah. What confuses me about that is the fact that they never left the atmosphere. They can't bring the firmament. So what the fuck are they? How are they seeing us?
It's circle open for
So how are they? That's what I'm saying. Like how are they seeing us if they're not? If they can't leave. They can't. There's no such thing out of space. They've never been there.
They're in low orbit space.
Yeah, low orbit space.
Like they can travel so far out of the atmosphere, but they can't go like farther than that.
They can't go past the Van Allen belt.
Van Allen, look at the Van Allen rate. They literally say in their science, we cannot travel past the Van Allen radiation belt because any light that goes through there is going to get killed by a bunch of radiation.
Yeah, but yes, they walked on the moon.
Yeah.
In a Michelin man suit.
Had a furrow suit on, was walking. Right. Meanwhile, that shit was done in. Right. Meanwhile, that shit was even Buzz Aldrin said it. He said he spoke up a couple times. Said they never been. Shit was done in the studio.
Yeah.
Right.
They said that dude, Stanley Kubrick, directed, the Apollo moonwalk. He made that movie in 2001, The Space Odyssey, which when you watch that movie, that shows Esau rise to power because of watch that movie 2001 Space Odyssey. It literally starts with men. They're not full monkeys. They're like what Esau likes to say, missing link. They're clearly humanoid-shaped ape men that are fighting each other. And then the scene happens where he throws a jawbone in the air, and as it's spinning, it transitions into a space station. And it jumps to the future with Esau being a man in his space stations and stuff like that.
Yeah. Did any one of you brothers ever go see Cloud Atlas?
That's the
See Cloud Atlas? They know about reincarnation.
Yeah.
They know about the movie. Yeah, it's a movie called Cloud Atlas, and it goes it's heavily into reincarnation, heavily into. They show you in the beginning of slavery, us in slavery. They on top. Then it goes from slavery, it goes to the 50s, it goes to the 70s, and it goes to this time, and it comes to the future. Then the future, who's ruling? Chase.
They can leave them in spaceships, they leave them a planet.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen. Let's go back to the other ones.
So back in Sirach 33, come, and 24, fodder and wain and burdens are for the ass, and bread, correction, and work for a servant.
Yeah, that's what's set up for a servant. All right? Heavy works and burden. And that's what we're going to give these devils in the kingdom of heaven. Because you Edomites, right along with you nations, you're going into slavery, man. Right? Slavery is perpetual. I'm talking about it's definitely, it's called for, man. It's imminent, especially when you're done into the children of the Most High, the apple of the Most High's eye. All right? What happened unto us is going to happen unto you. Every child, man, all right, and woman, man. It happened unto us. Okay? And a lot of these devils coming back, all right, it's lukewarm to receive their judgment. Then they're going to come back and wake up again. Chains on their ass, man. Baby chains. Baby chains going on your ass. Straight out the womb. Boop, you pop out, chains on that damn devil. Hold up, wait, what's going on? Nah, motherfucker. Remember what you did?
Either that or that Psalms 139 treatment.
Yeah.
Dash against the stone.
I'm gonna get some work off him though first. I'm gonna get some work off his red ass, man. You gotta go into slavery, man. You know? And everything's gonna be according to the Bible. Right?
No bug breaking, no adultery.
Yeah. We're gonna put you on breeding forms, man. Right? And when you have that baby, we ain't gonna have you laying on your back. That brings all the pain and because you gonna still get those birth pains, all right? You gonna still get those birth pains and howling, ripping, all right? Yeah, we gonna do how you supposed to. You're really supposed to. Women supposed to sit squatting position. You have back in the day, you used to have chairs, stools, small stools for holding. The baby can go straight down, man. It's more of a better process. That's the devil though.
Just because I'm just making fucking stupid.
Yeah. You devils ain't gonna have, I'm talking about not a second in the kingdom gonna be comfortable with you, man. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 25. If thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find him rest.
Yep.
But if But if thou let him go idle,
That's what happened to our foreparents. They let them go idle in them goddamn mountains. Them niggas on the walls. They devised a master fucking plan, man. Through the Most High. The Most High put it in their nose. Their 8 brains, they fucking caveman brains to come up with that, man.
And then Jake, you know, when Jake was the Moors in Roman Europe, they brought him out of the mountains and civilized them. Most of them.
That was the worst thing you could ever did, man.
And he fit the script and said he civilized us.
Hey, as Sirach told him, sit him not by thee, lest he rise up and take thy position.
These devils came up with a master plan and being idle. Right? They devised a plan. You know what? Fuck these mountains. We're gonna come out of these mountains. We're gonna take over the world, man. All right? And that they did. You know, like, I don't know if you heard it. You know, I don't really get into this shit. I didn't really never liked it, but I kind of, my attention jumped on it. You brothers ever heard of Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
There's a part of Assassin's Creed where they go into the Frontiers. He down there.
Which one?
I forgot which one.
It's all the ones dealing with Ezio.
Who's good again?
You kill Caesar Borgia in one of them because he was assassinated with one of them.
And why the fuck they put that in the game? Niggas is playing, you see, these niggas is playing games and watching movies. We seeing the spiritual part of it. All right, we collecting all that information and seeing what you're doing, you know?
Who you fight against? The Templars, the Assassins versus the Templars.
Yeah.
They got the secret thing, and all the secret.
And what does the Assassin's Creed logo look like? The Freemasonry logo.
Yeah. Because that G is really like a snake biting itself, right? We all, like I said, man, we into all that shit. You know, go ahead, bro. There's so much information. It goes on and on. Go ahead.
it reads back in 25, but if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty.
That's what happened. That was sought liberty, man. He came out, from the beginning he ruled with an iron fist, man. Right? So much that he took over us. He ruled over us now, man. Go ahead.
If I could just make a quick point, that's why you be having Jakes that have these jobs that give them a lot of idle time. They get in trouble about it. Because you got to be, occupied in your work. That's how, you're not going to get in trouble. Obviously, I'm talking about, Jakes of the world. Right? But this,
even this work, you gotta. The scripture talks about, all right, keeping your head down and doing the work quietly, man. You gotta stay active, constantly doing something. You gotta be doing something, and that something gotta be spiritual. You can't mix a whole bunch of carnality, a whole bunch of leisure time with, and this because it's the truth. At some point, you're gonna run into trouble, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 26, a yoke and the collar do bow the neck.
Yep.
So are tortures and torments for an evil servant.
Right, and that's what's coming to Esau Edom, man. Tortures and torment for an evil servant. You're gonna get put in your proper place. The scripture tell you that. The scripture tell you their dwellings is gonna be holes in the ground, man. All right, we're gonna put these devils in pits. All right, you're gonna have them Hamites. All right, as a taskmaster, ruling over your ass, man. All right, we're gonna do all that, but you're gonna put you on ships, right? Reading forms, we're gonna do everything you've done to us, and more. And more, man, because the Lord gonna have us probably being, superior minor masters over you, man. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 27, send him to labor, that he be not idle.
Yep.
For idleness teacheth much evil.
That's what happened. We're gonna send this devil to a full time of work. Yeah. The only time he's gonna have rest is on the Shabbat, man. Like I always go to, but when that Shabbat over with, boy, when that sun or whatever go that way, when they go down, it's gonna be like this, boy. Back on your ass. Yeah. They're gonna be, oh fuck it. got no rest though, man. Go ahead.
Verse 28. Send him to work as is fit for him.
It is definitely fit for you devils to be at work. Because you're gonna build a kingdom of heaven. You're gonna clean the world up, man. You got so many goddamn. You ever counted the amount of oil rigs out there in the Gulf? Around the world, this is countless number of them dumping all type of chemicals in the water, killing dolphins, whales. It's plastics. You got fishes and turtles that can't even fucking swim because you got trash around their goddamn neck, around them.
They beaching themselves.
Yeah. The oxygen in the water is all threw off you damn devils, man. Then you go over to California, y'all seen the belt of the bracking water is like the salt water and the natural water together, but they got trash in the middle of the shit, man. Cups, bowls, all type of shit, man. Whatever happens, you got a fucking child over you, man. A damn devil. Right? Meanwhile, all the water in the city's being filtered through that same water. The dead bodies, the fishes, all right, all this dead shit, chemicals is going to the water. Gotta die someday. Jake turn on the water.
I didn't come here to live forever.
Man, look. Go smoke some dope, man.
Chone, this motherfucker.
Nobody believes no nigga that wears a tie-dye.
Before our camp started, and even though we follow the dietary laws, it says which one of your favorite seafood can be affected by our forever chemicals. Now we understand what crustaceans are used for, because the crustaceans can't break down the pollution.
Like the pig can't break down.
It's like what the fuck?
And now we got to argue with this pig. This nigga putting cocaine and antidepressant medication in the goddamn salmon. This nigga, cause he do analytics, he know Jake loves salmon, man. That nigga know that, man. Jake is season that bitch up, put them 2 lemons right there, you know.
Rosemary on
You
that.
know, Jake put the asparagus and Jake got the fucking pot. This nigga know Jake eat that salmon, man. All right, but he goes and produce it on purpose, man.
Apple cider vinegar, which is a ill-based cause.
Yeah, you don't even want to taste or drink that, man. It be all type of shit up in there. But this the devil we dealing with, man. This is the fucking servant we dealing with. All right? And he's feeding the people anything. It's like you feeding us anything. It's a law on that. We're gonna feed you any goddamn thing, man. All right?
Feeding slaves, animals that die themselves,
Yeah.
carcasses.
But meanwhile, you got niggas, man, that willing to eat shitless, man.
Yep.
Hog maws, pig lip. Man, yeah, pig ass, man. Shouldn't be eating that shit, man. But you niggas do that. Y'all know Jake not here do that shit, right? Niggas still go to the store. Hey, give me the pig lip. Nigga, open that big ass jar. And dip that tongues in there and take that pink shit out of there and puts it in the goddamn the chips, man. Well, that's too bad. Yeah, yeah, hell. Yeah. I remember in the world, I ate that shit one time. Nigga, lip. They let me get this nigga whole lip. I said, oh, damn. I said the truth. I was already kind of weaned off a lot of that bullshit before the truth, brother. I looked at that shit one time. It had like 4
All right,
man. You good? You know? He had that shit. I said, oh, bro. Can't do this no more. Huh?
Off the sight. When I looked at a pig lip and shit, like, I'm about to eat this shit.
I see the pig feet.
This shit is ridiculous, man.
Chicken on it. Making it.
Go ahead.
Back in 28, middle of 28, it reads, if he be not obedient, put on more heavy fetters.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put on more heavy fetters for the devil. The truth to tell you, if you don't come up to the different feasts, all right, that we have, the Lord said He's gonna send a drought through your land, man. He's gonna really stick it to you, devils. And He put that there because you would know it somewhere in the time frame of the kingdom of heaven, they're gonna fuck up. That's what the slaves do. We're gonna play with your mind. We're gonna have you like Kuzma and shit, trying to run through. I'm free. Dumbass back. You gonna wake back up. Your conscience is gonna go back up, and you back in the quarters, man. See, I'm gonna Lord will. I'm gonna do the whole get up. I'm gonna have them same red, them bloodhounds, with the big ends that ran. Woo, woo. You're gonna be running, Esau gonna be running this shit, falling, swimming, thinking you got away, man. Huh? Yeah. I'm gonna have them Hamites with them dogs. After your ass, man. Yeah, torches and everything. You went this way. You sweating? He's over here. He's over here. He the belt. Put them belts on your necks, man.
Big ones too. You know they used to have them big ones.
Yeah.
When Jake can't run between the trees.
Yeah.
They gonna get the same tree.
I'm gonna bring him. See, one of the things that man, see, we're gonna bring back that old ball. Man, that ball.
Oh yeah.
Walk like this.
The one they used to put on the head.
Oh, bring that back, man.
They used to go to prison.
Bring that bitch back, man. Big 100-pound ball on your ass, man. All the time. You better be like this. You gonna till the land, you gonna do things. This is people there, man. Big cotton. It's a hard thing, you know. Big cotton ain't no easy shit. That's why they made that brand called Red Monkey Jeans. Who made the monkey red? Who is the monkey first? Us. Who made that monkey red? Picking that cotton, man, and the cotton slicing your hands up. Yeah. You devils gonna pick cotton. You're gonna, it's like down here in Louisiana, known for sugar cane, you're gonna do all that, man. But it's gonna be done in the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is not gonna be free to new nations, man. Right? Especially you Edomites, man. Right? Especially you, I can't stand you goddamn Arab suit, man. The Ishmaelites. Between Ishmael and them fucking Hamites, you to like the top nation. You like the top nation I can't stand, man. You know? And the brothers got their own ones they really despise, but I really despise you, man. You know? Go ahead. Sit on that? Yeah, we sit on that? What you got? Information, man?
Go ahead,
you got it, brother.
give me Jeremiah 30:16. You're holding that? Well, you can give me Psalm 149. Start at verse 4 to the bottom.
What chapter?
Which one? Jeremiah 30:16. Because hey, the Spirit, hey, we had that one Edomite come up telling him, hey, he was going into slavery. The Spirit was on the punishment of you Edomites, which what? With the chariots, the curse that cometh over the earth, that's what that's going to usher in. Yahushua coming in the chariots is the end of this kingdom and the beginning of our kingdom of heaven.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee like therefore prey.
Point blank period. Everything, getting what you Edomites and the heathens did to us. You spoiled us. We were a prey unto you. Led us into captivity. All that. What? It's going to happen to you. And as it says in Revelation 18, do double unto them as thou didst unto you. You Edomites and you heathens too are going to get double what was done to us in the kingdom of heaven. But as the elder brother was saying earlier, all in righteousness. There's going to be no freako shit. But hey, it's still going to be a hard, laborious captivity that you're going into.
We're gonna do everything, man. Like when it comes to like how you lynched us, you left us out for days at a time to the flies and insects were eating us, man. Until we started peeking forward. We're not gonna do you that. We're gonna hang your ass and before, according to the Bible, before sundown, we're gonna put you up. You know? We're gonna put you up, man.
Is it safe to say, Elder, that other nations will get compared to how we gonna treat Esau? We gonna get a little bit of a break because we gonna be so hard on them.
They're gonna
We gonna be focused on them.
we're gonna get their ass too.
Yeah, they gonna get it.
They ain't gonna get it. They probably, I don't even want to say no legion. Because the thing about it, even when Esau is gone, you gonna still be over them. Just because we put you over, just because we set you back to where you're from, don't mean we not ruling over you, man. We're gonna do them how they done us. We're gonna tax you. We're gonna tax them.
Follow the law.
Yeah, you got to follow the law, tax. We're gonna still be over you, man. No.
Like that too, not too. Also answer the question, like they still not gonna get ready. They gonna be in the flesh, so they still gonna fuck up. All the heat still gonna fuck up in some type of way.
Yeah. Just like you got court system here, and you fuck up out here on the streets, they gonna fuck up on a daily basis. Like you say, a brother, in particular, one of you brother like this brother, he might be a judge. When he goes to the court, all raw, you know how they do the court? Oh, you just all day, you just weighing the balance of Edomite. What he did? He stole, cut that nigga hand off. You know what I'm saying?
Guilty.
Boy, did what? He got caught in the act doing what? Or send him to Leviathan. No, you gonna judge it.
He was eating some cockroaches.
Now, I just have it. Just so you can pay attention, just let them do whatever they want to do. Get out of
Yeah, what the elder brother was saying earlier, with that it's in Zechariah 14. If they come not up and worship on our feast days, we're going to send plagues and droughts and angels on them to judge them. So there's still like, you know how we go off on this side because we don't have the law, statutes, and commandments in us? They're going to be like us on this side. And these bodies, you know, given, you know, to the, you got it? Given to the flesh and stuff. But, you know, they're at least going to have a respite because the law is going to be established in the earth. So it's not going to be like us on this side to where we try to do right when the whole society is against us.
I didn't go watch this. I don't know why we always reference movies, but it's gonna be like the this brother seen it. It's gonna be like the Kingdom almost gonna be like the movie Old. Y'all seen the movie Old? OLD? Yeah. Well, for us, that's righteous. You gonna bring back the kingdom, right? Like on that island, a woman get pregnant, she immediately was having kids, man. And
The kids were growing up fast too. Like,
yeah. And like I say, it's gonna be like that island almost, man. All the different things, the fruits and everything. It was some of them it nourished them. Some of them it wasn't good for them. And their age,
it enhanced their age.
Yes. Some of them their age enhanced. It was dying quick. One woman, her bones.
Yeah, she had like osteoporosis. So on that island, her bones locked up, and she was like deformed.
Yeah.
That was booked out.
Yeah, you got to get through all the other funny stuff that's going on, but in there, it was kind of more or less spiritual, man. Unto us, it's going to kingdom, everything. The earth itself is going to yield back what it used to yield. Like we always go to. A grape is the size of one of them tires, man, and round like a basketball. It took what, 4 to 8 minutes to carry the cluster of grapes on a pole, man. Right? And this brother here had a video of an Edomite. He followed the Sabbath, the land Sabbath, how it's supposed to. And lemons was growing on this shit, on his farm, this big, man.
He was tithing to his local. He was giving a third of it to his local church as a tithe. Like you were saying, it was the size of grapefruits.
Yeah, man, a bigger.
A lemon.
So what's gonna happen when the people of the earth, when the righteous of the earth back in our land, the real land of milk and honey, actual people in it, everything will go back to being a paradise again, man. Refreshed, the water's gonna be fresh. Yeah. Nobody gonna be flying. What's the need for chemtrails, man? What's the need for that shit, man?
That's what the article I posted in with what they said, the bell peppers, certain fruits got all these toxins in it, about everything that they put in it. Like I said, that's completely unneeded because it's a natural source coming up. But by them putting all these chemicals in it, now they're saying that bell peppers, blueberries, watermelon has a hint of chemicals in there that could possibly lead to cancer and could kill you at the end of the day.
Man, you dare not need. The brothers can go look it up. They got a machine out there that you can buy for almost a little nothing. What it does, you got H2O in the air. This goes into H2O3. It pulls all the stuff out the air. Oxygen is basically alkaline water. Like you put the fruit in there. Whatever, man. Put the fruit, vegetables in there. And guess what? Some guys I didn't see over the past year since I've been in the they'll put their fruit in there. Guess what comes out of the fruit? Because the fruit are more like they're like sponges. And all those different pesticides and shit, it absorbs in the fruit. What this machine does, it pulls it out and it sits on top of the water, goes to the straw, roll all this white fumes up in the straw and put it up and lit on fire. That was in the fruit. This is what happens if you got the devil involved.
Black man that invented a machine that filtrates water and makes it pure. And Esau went overnight, during the night, the cover of the night, he broke the machine. He provided free water to everybody who wanted to walk up and get something. And he
Look at it.
I thought it said some got away.
Had a guy, and I was in Houston, had a guy in Sugar Land, Texas, that set up a mechanism in these cars to make your car run off water. He caught a bullet in the head in the driveway. All right? It's been more than one guy that come up with setting up the cars that run off water. You know, into well for them. They get a hole put in the head like a dolphin. He saw them give a damn. You went into it. He saw they set up these patent systems as a way to spend these pictures. All right? Jack Daniels, that shit stolen. Jack came up with that. All right? These recipes for KFC, ain't no fucking white eating right with an all-white suit on. Back to
black woman, her name was Miss Childress. That's who he stole her recipe from KFC from a black woman named Miss Childress. And he never gave her family any compensation. No, I mean Popeyes too. The recipe for Popeyes got from the Jake, but they never gave family any recognition.
Goddamn devil, man. Ain't no fucking way. Some white hair, white suit wearing ass, white tie wearing
Tight white pants.
tight ass white pants.
Don't even season their food.
They make it goddamn potato wedge as big as your goddamn thumb. Ain't no goddamn
Nigga
way.
wasn't even a colonel. You lied about that too.
Yeah, so who was?
Yeah. This bullshit, this nigga steals everything. Everything you see, the stoplight, the radiator, air conditioning, the heart machine, internet came from Jakes, man. This nigga haven't got nothing.
So nigga.
But I'm gonna say this too though. It's a website called ATTC. It's a dis-ease website. All the different dis-eases of the world on there. You go on there, you get the founders and the patent holders. For that, guess who owns the patent to the small head virus? The Rothschild. No, they got the package on there. The Rothschild Foundation. Right?
Rockefeller's on the medical industry.
He owns it, man. If he owns that, you don't think he owns that facility in Atlanta?
C to the B to the E.
Come on, man. These niggas the ones dishing out the shit to people, man. Now, all them small head babies should be grown. You don't see not one of them niggas, man. All them Ebola, black ass African, I ain't seen a nigga with Ebola yet. Come on, brother. It's all bullshit. Niggas just riding away in the bed. bedside. The baby's head this small. Yeah. The baby head by the size of this.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Job, chapter 13 and 4. And it reads, "For ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value."
Yeah. Hey, basically, this thing, backing up what the elder said, right? And all of this shit is a bunch of level lies.
You know, court is a racket, war is a racket, all this is racket. And these people out here, these Americans, they feed into the racket, the drama, the bullshit. You notice in the last 15, 20 years, all of a sudden this new thing called gossip came about in the internet. It's to stay in everybody's business. Meanwhile, Jay-Z's on a yacht eating jelly, peanut butter jelly sandwich. Okay, he's digging his nose. You know, he shaved. It's all a big thing. What that one punk, Perez Hill, he was one that started that shit, man. Reality TV was started by who? The guy they used was Flavor Flav, man. They weren't doing that shit. Remember the Flavor Flav show? All you black motherfuckers, you going to that shit, man. With a nigga with a clock, a black ass nigga with a clock, man. Yeah. Nigga like he died last week. You follow that shit, you stuck to it, and then we got hooked on that bullshit. Now they got, when we were coming up, it was just MTV, it was what it was called? Real World. The most thing they were having on is a nigga on Real World slapped the girl in the car. That was it. You had Jerry Springer. But now look at social media and TV now, man. It is full of adultery, huh? Just degenerates, man. Everything's scripted and niggas believe that, man. Big Brother turned into some big shit. Survivors turned into some big shit. You got people into that shit, man. Naked and alive, man. Naked and afraid. That's Esau shit, man. Come on, man. It's like I said, America is a consumer of lies and bull. Everybody just sit here. Nobody's really making nothing that's authentic anymore. Nobody's making anything handmade. Everything is just pushed to you. Whoa. I thought that was I know. I did too, bro. What the fuck was the news? Go ahead, brother.
That was it on that. Yeah, give me the Proverbs 29:2 from that Isaiah. Hey, what does Babylon mean? Confusion.
Confused.
That's what this whole society is. It's confused on every level.
That's the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 2, and it reads, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn."
You can't honestly look around and say that people are having a time of their life out here. Like we opened up with, a time and a season for everything. You got a lot of people going on to social media saying, "Look, I make $70,000 a year, whatever. I can't live. Like I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm gonna get kicked out of my house next week. I can't feed my kids. This isn't America anymore." Everybody's in a state of depression. Even the animals. As the elder brother was going into, you've got Samans that got cocaine and antidepressants in their system. A couple of years ago, there was an article that came out that said turtles in the South Pacific had herpes. Like, that's sick.
How does a turtle get herpes? Unless Esau out there giving it to him.
That nigga deep sea diving humping him, man. That's what he's doing with the scuba shit on, man. Humping. That nigga just humping, brother. That's why they run from that nigga, man. Why you think the sharks don't go down there? The nigga be down there with the sharks don't do that nigga nothing, man. That nigga be sexually harassing the sharks, man. Joe said don't trust that nigga with the animals, man.
I would not trust him around my dogs, because we know how we get down with the dogs.
This nigga's a freak, man. The so-called white man is a fucking freak, man. A freak of nature, man. He gonna sleep with the dogs. a known fact. The white woman don't sleep with dogs.
That's it.
It's known facts of you white women out here putting that peanut butter, putting that tuna fish on that monkey, man. You let the animals come through. You wonder why that big ass Great Dane, he didn't have to be around this bitch. He just fuck it. I'm like, a little bit too close to
The
this
dog's
dog.
always trying to smell everybody's crotch.
So with the big ass master, he had some sort of eye lights. He telling me how he got it. He's like, oh yeah, I let my dog. I kiss my dog. I'm like, the lights transferred from the dog eye to his eye.
You
How
messing
close
around,
you
man.
is to the dog.
You messing around, man. You want some hard killer shit.
Yeah,
You want some Diddy shit.
He got some dog crabs.
yeah, really.
These niggas is freaks, man.
This is what you get when the wicked bear food, the people mourning.
That's right.
Why do you think that with each passing year, suicide rates go up, drug addiction, alcohol, like everybody just ready to go. They just don't know how to, but the Most High gonna give them a helping hand very soon. But like it also said, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice because what? We're gonna govern this earth after the laws, statutes, and commandments. And what did it say back in that Isaiah 24? The people languisheth because they have broken the everlasting covenant, transgressed the laws, and just gone completely against the law. And this world is in the state that it's in right now. But we're coming to that time where there's about
You know, another thing, it's a massive, here in America, they put the woman on a high pedestal, but there's massive amounts of single women from all nations. All right? There's not a man that want to scratch that itch. Right?
Hey, yeah, you got men leaving America to find women, but you don't have men coming to America to find women.
Yeah. Ain't nobody flying from
Ascot brothers.
Yemen to Timbuktu to go meet the black women, man. Yeah. They said they all of them like NBA young boy. What's my man? What his name is? Wambi? What's his name? And Wayne, he was right. The average black woman in America she's a render. She's like a mirror image of NBA young boy, man. Minus the dents in that head. Right? Go ahead.
But they say the Lord's so cold because he did what? He put out there like this OnlyFans shit, these different sex toys and roses and shit like that to separate, these wicked ass women.
Niggas in resort to getting fucking robots now. I was outside treating her one day, dude down the street. I seen him get a big ass box off the truck. Well, that nigga had me wondering.
A human size.
Yeah, I said, yeah, man, something ain't right about that shit, man. There ain't no dressing. But you never know though, There ain't no dressing. I'm watching the dude, this tall, I said, man, that box a little bit too, the dude pressing into that box a little bit too much, too soft.
He was getting
It's a whole broad in there. You hit that button, the bitch and start up. How you doing, baby? That's what's going on. Niggas are resorted to getting that. I'm talking about seriously, brother.
Hey, that's
They
a
ain't
whole
dealing with you women over here. You women over here too masculine. It's just too much, man.
smell bad.
I'd rather go to the dude like, look, brother, I'd rather go to work, come back, and she just sitting there waiting for him. Charge it. Charged up.
And that's the spirit out of this.
Hey, what the law promised he was going to do? What? Punish all the women that's at ease, right?
Yeah, nobody wants to mess with you, man. It's going to be all nations over here. Yeah, it ain't just the black woman. That white woman is fucking annoying too. Nobody wants to fuck with you, man.
So going to Thailand and the Philippines.
Yeah, they're going to Brazil. Yeah, it seems like when they go over there to the Northern Kingdom, all of them are fine. I'm smiling. I watched one Jake. He did it to the camera. I said, damn. It's like all of them are fine over there. Doing this to you over there. Oh, and they're a straight 10. They're a straight 10. How you doing, baby? One of them did that.
What did them Thai women do when Jake was on the BBC?
BBC.
They calling him.
Yeah. Oh my God. They want to take a picture with you. Just a normal Jake. I want to take a picture. Take a picture. No massage. Over here, you even look at one of these. The average New Orleans woman thinks she the shit, man.
Oh, she is shit. She's not the shit, but shit. This shit water.
You gotta be out of your goddamn mind to deal with these bras in society, man.
And these women are so proud. I remember once I walked into a restaurant to ask them, hey, is your bathroom open to public thing? And when I was walking up to her, she started getting an attitude like I was about to ask her out. Like, all these women think every man that want to talk to you is trying to hit on you.
Yeah, nobody want to hit on your ass, man.
You know, they conducted a poll recently, and they took data from all the dating websites, and they said of all the people that get swiped, they tracked the amount of right swipes. If you swipe right, you like the person. If you swipe left, you don't. So they said of all the data that they gathered, they said black women is the one demographic that gets swiped left on the most, more than any other race of women.
Praise ye the Lord.
Exactly. Let the church say amen.
Yeah. when you start dealing with them, what happens? You find out they bipolar, schizophrenic, they got all types of shit going on. Right? They crossed over to all type of other sides, man. All right?
They play both sides.
They play both sides and upside down. It don't matter.
Man, the elder brother, not the Zakban from South Carolina, just did a video with this Eve that posted an image saying, my man some pizza. That's probably the man that wanted some pizza. She was saying, my man wanted some pizza, so I got my side at my work side to pretend like he was a Uber driver to bring pizza. And then when I went to the door to answer it, I pretended like I got the receipt, but I gave him a passionate tongue kiss and then told my man to tip him good. And he said her man gave him a 50 tip and dapped him off. And then she said, oh, we had pizza free on my man. Like, man, and gloating on this shit.
Oh, we don't want to interrupt.
That's what you get when the wicked beareth rule, because what did Esau do? Feminism, give women rights. Now all these women out here are assed out. They stink. They got bad breath. They want to be like this brother we had a conversation a couple months ago. If a man already don't want to be with the man. So if a woman trying to be, but a man still has a purpose. He can work. He can increase his value. But if a woman try to be a man, that's like a dollar. That's just a being, like a useless thing.
There's no point. The only reason women were created is to be helpmates to men. So, not a helpmate to a man was the purpose of being on our planet.
It really don't have to do much, man. Just sit around, cook, clean, whatever like that. They don't have to do much, man. They really reap the benefits of everything. No? You come to me, man.
Hey,
You come to me. They don't like to do that. Y'all ain't got to do much. Yeah, but every time I'm working and I go to these big multi-million-dollar mansions. Oh, I'm just gonna go play tennis. I'm just gonna go shopping. You ask a black woman about being a stay-at-home woman and watch what happens.
that's oppression.
You're trying to hold me down.
Make your own sandwich, milk.
Yeah, when you deal with Mother Nation, they don't mind. They don't mind being a stay-at-home mom, man. Right? That's how backwards it is over here. The average woman ain't feminine, man. I want a woman that when she walks, she got them two hands like this. Oh, let me get that for you. That hand, you know what I'm talking about? Feminine, man. Hey, man, feminine turns a man on. That soldier still has attention, man.
They had an ancient account in Greece where a soldier came back and he got back from war and he was just going wilding out in the city like, what's this guy gonna do? So they got a feminine woman to come up to him and that just calmed him down. Like he just
That's Avatar.
He walking get like a GTA NPC.
A long time.
Preset 4.
So, in a minute, that's like 3 niggas playing live, like a preset demon or man.
Like, Hitman, you know, one of the niggas was a train niggas.
When you put on the disguise of Hitman,
Like
you just
the wall.
walking.
Check that nigga back of his head.
He got his keloid scar on the back of his head. But you know, this is what you get when the wicked bears rule. Women are out of order, the children are out of order, the food's fake, the news is fake, everything's fake. You got one? And then we'll get that Isaiah 14.
So the first book of Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 7. Yes. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule, every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so that their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Yeah, he multiplied the earth, man. Right, starting with Origins. Origins was kicked off, man. All right, you had all them niggas, them same niggas today was back. Diddy was back there. Kevin Gates was back there eating food. All them niggas, doing that shit, man. All right, because when you watch, y'all need to watch sports, man. Spartacus, man. You need to watch Spartacus. Spartacus went deeply into that, right? Because they'll come through breaking shop when that shit was going on, the different parties they had. The Spartans coming through killing their ass, because they were jinx, right? The Spartans could be found in the Apocrypha, man. Those were the Israelites, man. They even had a book, cartoon book, 300 book. They show you that they had blacks and Latinos as the Spartans in that book, man.
With braided hair, bushy beards,
Yeah.
in a dark, broad noses, and a dark complexion. And they even showed,
Spartans, there was some bad boys, man. They wasn't, all right, and they was men of honor, they were warriors, man. They went for that bullshit. I don't goddamn hard. You Edomites are known for that shit, man. RGs. So when you have all these Hollywood parties, man, you got a bunch of doors you can go in. I ain't going to left or right, nigga. I went straight. Oh, then you still was in there. That's a party.
Drop your cell phone.
Yeah, man. Gag on applause, all type of shit. That's why you can't, once you find out, once you wake up and see, damn, I gotta do all that to be a basketball player? Damn, I gotta do this to be in the NFL? Man, I don't want that shit. I don't want that shit, man.
The problem is, how many more niggas from the hood gonna turn out 15 niggas? See, so they always end up doing it.
a lot of them niggas now getting touch growing up, so
Yeah,
they with the freako shit.
Yeah, they home it and abuse their bowels and something.
Tormented their bowels.
Tormented themselves. You know? So, a lot of them niggas already cooked, man. The average hood nigga, he's already touched, man. That's why he's so emotional. He can't translate that energy to nothing. So you good, man. You good.
I'm here to learn. Go ahead. Peace, everybody. Peace.
Yeah, peace. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah,
Get that one with the Spartans. That would be
Esau. Esau, he strayed away, yeah?
so-called white man.
So-called white man. Right on.
Yeah.
I come from D.C.
DC?
I come from D.C.
We got brothers in DC.
Do?
We got brothers that teach in DC. Yeah, somebody get
Are we? So go ahead. If you don't mind, I hope I'm not interrupting. Actually,
you good,
I have questions, like real quick, just because I'm on my way somewhere. But real quick, like,
somebody get in DC.
look, my father, man, he done drilled all the above inside of me. You know, he spent a lot of time inside. I became a student, undeclared student of Clarence 13X. You know, honestly through hip hop, yo, Wu-Tang, straight up, 5% Nation. So like when it comes to all the above, and I haven't actually ran into the righteous teachings of black Muslims where I'm from.
We're not Muslims.
Sorry to mislead. Tell me.
Israelite.
Israelite?
Yeah.
Teach me.
What's your nationality?
My father's black. My mama's Puerto Rican. My dad likes Puerto Rican women. Apparently.
Double J.
So look at that song. Read that song. So you would be considered a Judah according to the Bible, right? Your mother be considered an Ephraimite. She's Puerto Rican, because the word Puerto Rican just means rich port. That's what the white man called the land of Puerto Rico when he came. He called it a rich port. So how can you be a Puerto Rican? It means rich port.
Rich port. Hey yo, those Hispanics are easy as fuck to take over too.
Right.
On the rear.
Yeah. Other than that, everything for a nationality, purposes of the pedigree of a man or a woman is based on their father, or their grandfather.
Yeah.
So whatever your grandfather or your father is, it makes you.
Trust me, I claim what my melanation shows. What the sun gives me is what shows. You feel me? Right? So my mom was Puerto Rican. I got the hair to thank for that. The ladies love the hair. But my melanation and all the above, man, I claim what it is, bro. Some people all there. Some people want it.
This is the channel on YouTube. Yeah.
I'm here, man. I'm here. Y'all do your thing. Y'all do your thing.
Just so you know, there's 18 nations that the Heavenly Father created. 17 of them have melanin. Melanin is what makes us special. Arabs have melanin. Name one great Arab. Great Arab. Yeah, that's great at something. Like Arab Michael Jackson, Arab Michael Jordan, Arab that's great at anything.
Maybe I haven't met enough Arabs.
No, there aren't any. They're heathen. Our people are special because we're the chosen people of the Heavenly Father. There's dark-skinned people that aren't special at all. So our melanin isn't what makes us special. It's our connection to the Heavenly Father.
And I'm listening. Can I record this too?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, my father was fucking.
Yeah, you good, brother?
Thank you, brother. Thank you for the listening.
I got a precept on YouTube. I'm gonna just bring home.
Just what you were saying about, the Latinos, the Puerto Ricans were easy to conquer. That's all in the scriptures. As the brother said, those Ephraimites are, known as the so-called Puerto Ricans today, which they have evidence saying where they found about a couple of, around 800 stones in Puerto Rico that had the Paleo Hebrew written on them. But this is Hosea chapter 9, verse 13. Ephraim, so-called Puerto Ricans, as I saw Tyrus, is planted in a pleasant place. As the elder brother said, Puerto Rico means the Port of Riches, because Puerto Rico, the island, had many natural resources, and it was a beautiful island. But Ephraim shall bring forth his children to the murderer. To who? Those conquistadors, those Edom, so-called white people, Europeans, who are the biblical Edomites, and what? Coming to America. You got a lot of them up in New York thinking they'd find a better life, but they in a bad position, just like the so-called black people, so-called other Latinos. When they come to America, what are we? Second-class citizens. No matter how hard we try to, achieve things, it's always something in this society that's undercutting us.
Thank you, brother.
Other than that, we the children of Israel based on the Bible, right? And you can find a lot of that in Genesis, the 39th chapter, the 49th chapter, right? The breakdown of the tribes, right? Now, what we out here to do is to wake up the elect of the nation of Israel and to make our people aware of things to come. Right now, I don't know if you're a person that kind of keeps up with the news just a little bit. You can see what's going on in the world as far as we know as in the Bible as the prophecies. Like you got Iran, Russia, China, all these nations getting into it because of what's going to happen. World War III, war to end all wars, right? That being said, somebody give me the chip sign, all right? Because these are things that you got to be made known, all right? We out here to tell our people, all right, that the Lord and Savior is a so-called black man by the name of Yahweh Shai, all right? That chip right here is going to be declared in America. This is going to be the next money or the next currency. It's going to be put in your right hand and your forehead. All right?
I gone this far without a COVID vaccine. You know what I mean? I don't know.
That's
how to avoid that as much cost as possible.
But this is how they're going to make it to where you make a living. You want to work for one of these corporations, you got to tag in just to get in the building. You want to go to the store and get you something to drink, get a bite to eat, you have that chip. Bring it up. And so the social credit score is going to be based on that, man.
If I could say,
real quick. For
they finna do, they finna turn a lot of these cities, finna turn into 15-minute cities, man. Right?
What do you mean 15 minutes?
Like 15-minute cities gonna be broken down to where all your access and your different your whereabouts gonna be having to be done in what 15 minutes.
Radius will take you 15 minutes to get it. You can go to the grocery store 15 minutes. Your job 15 minutes. Like a smart city.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to have that. You're gonna have to have that chip to move around. Cause that chip gonna have all your. They're gonna have your father, your mother's name, your blood type. You're gonna even track your whereabouts
Banking
all the time.
information.
Banking information.
Now, to challenge y'all, not to combative y'all. What is this evidence backed up by? Like, how do you know? Like, what is leading you? And yeah, technology is taking over. What is it that's telling y'all that we're headed that direction? Like, the prophecy. So you're getting this from the Bible,
in the
not
Bible.
from your whereabouts.
It's in the Bible, and it's also from major companies like KBR, starting with them setting up through a company called Verichip. Right? Verichip is one of the leading companies that's gonna come down with the actual chip that's like the size of a grain of rice.
You got it at Whole Foods,
Right. That's how the RFID chip looks, right? It looks like it's like the size of a grain of rice.
What the fuck is you said what's the company called?
It's called Verichip.
Now what accolades did they got? I remember me.
You heard of Neuralink? Elon Musk putting that.
I've heard of Elon Musk doing the experiments. Okay, so that's the name.
That's in the Bible.
That's in the Bible.
Read it for me. Got it. I'm gonna show you how to go even deeper because you gotta go into the word Mark. Go ahead, read it.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark."
So unless you have that mark, you're not gonna be able to move about around in society. Right? Whether you a big time person, King James. Now I want to go deeper and let's look into the word mark. Because like a lot of people look at the words in the Bible for face value. You might say, "Oh, mark, just a mark." Now it's gonna go. We use a strong concordance to go deep into the etymology of the words. And you look into that word mark.
What year was King James first? What year was that?
The point is, the prophet John the Revelator, he was on the island of Patmos. He received the visions of what we're living in right now. Thousands of years ago, 2,000 years ago. So we saw the internet, we saw shipping putting people's hands in the foreheads, we saw cash in place, digital currency. We saw that 2,000 years ago.
That's already happened.
That's without in our surroundings. What are we going to? CBDC, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. You go to Whole Foods.
See that thing that happened. We don't use the word code word because of YouTube, like striking our page. The reason why they were giving the big poker to everybody, that was the merge with the ed world, medical world, right, and the banking world together, right? And they also did the herd, meaning they killed off a lot of people, a lot of old people. But when you notice it was the attack. Everybody was obese, fat, old, not in good health. Yeah.
Fire health. Your video.
Yeah, but it's just like this other guy, the guy that actually came up with the potion to that chip. You know what I'm saying? That
Let me
guy.
ask you. You said they're merging the medical world with the financial world, the banking world. What that is. Now, even if you're uninsured, when they provide that for free, what is your name? Like what?
Well, you rock into the system because all this is going on. Yeah. All this is going on service.
So now, like your identification.
Right, because I can guarantee in the near future they're coming up with something called a great reset. They're going to crash this system, this dollar system, the economic system.
Yeah, everything's going to get you.
They're going to crash it. That's why everything is now.
Yo, the fucking airport from here the airport from here to Louisiana, I was struggling in that airport. Why? Because it's all digital, no cash.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
And that shit fucked me up, you know? And not because I'm a young dude, bro. It's like I thought my cash would give me anything I need, you know? I could drink, I got my vices.
Guess what?
But I couldn't even get nothing I wanted in the
They slowly massaging it into the people. Because remember, at one time we had to swipe our cards. Now you can go to the counter, boop, touch it with your phone, touch it with your thing. Sooner or later, it's going to be this. You're going to put the chip in your right hand. That's how you're going to get on the board on the plane. You're not going to be able to get on the plane unless you got you. You're not going to be able to move around. Yeah, the great, we're talking real ID and the great reset. Because they're going to do this. All debt during the time of the great reset is going to be forgiven. If you go by taking getting down with the
selling
food.
your fucking soul.
Now, if you don't, under the Great Reset, if you don't abide by the rules, like all the stuff that you own is going to be taken from you. You know? That's why, like I say, everything's going to. That's why all of the big major car groups, all right, GM, Ford, all of them got on what banner? Tesla banner. They want to make all these cars electric. Why do they want to make them electric? Because they're easy to control.
I've been living in Hawaii for the past 2 years. Not to cut you off, and no disrespect, but like, I mean, I just want to give myself like, I travel abroad, right? I'm here right now because I'm about to be traveling across Mississippi for the next 10 weeks. After that, I'm going to Puerto Rico. I travel around. I met a lot of people. I've seen different ones like, you know, I've been in Hawaii for the past 2 years, but I'm originally from DC. So I've been mad fathers, bro. I've been like through the struggle, and that's where I come from, this struggle. That's the main thing, what led me to take the position in which I'm traveling and getting paid to travel, because I got money back home, so now I'm taking the job where I travel. I've seen a lot. I've seen vibes for like Hawaii, niggas are just genuine people. I've had that there back here on the mainland. Hawaii's in the USA, but on the mainland it's way different. They're like, you guys are necessary, bro. You guys are mad necessary because education is lacked here on the mainland. But you go somewhere like Hawaii in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, it's like really just aloha. That word aloha, you hear that shit? It's just real, bro.
We was speaking about Hawaii earlier.
As long as you're a real person, you're a real fucking person. You know what I mean? And like everybody's treated like, it's like, we just want to show you to the years. We want to show you a good time. You know, and it's a certain value of life that you don't get to see with people. Because of the distractions of what you guys are saying that everything's leading to, because your currency, everything's based on fucking profit.
They dumbed everybody down too. You understand that? They dumbed everybody
And they
down.
dumbed Hawaiians down too, but there's like, you know, just like how the indigenous natives of America, just like they have quote unquote the reservations, some sort of, you know, they try to give them some sort of like exemption on the taxes.
Yeah,
it's still based on currency, it's just not real. In Hawaii, they keep that shit fucking real because, you know, you're on traditional land, and a lot of outlets, auxiliary Republic does not come to the middle of the Pacific Ocean, so Hawaiians run that shit. And the way it is there, it's owned by the USA, so we handle their currency, we abide by the traffic laws, but you actually live the best life. All this shit is necessary. However, here, I am curious. That's right. I'm curious.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? I'm curious. And
we ask you to do this too. Don't believe nothing we say. Go home, you study whatever we said, if you can remember.
my father's a Hebrew.
Okay?
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying that thing was just, I'm judgmental. That's what I am.
We are too. We are too, brother.
I'm a little judgmental.
The Lord is judgmental. We call them peanut butter chasers.
Hebrew Israelites over here in New Orleans, man. I'm saying all this just because I do have to go. I have somewhere to be.
We understand, brother.
I want to adapt every one of y'all up, man. Hopefully it's not
Give him the outfit too.
I want to adapt every single one of you.
See that paper again? We got one right at the race milk down.
Please, man. I'm taking something away from this side, even though I'm headed somewhere. I'm taking something away from this. Hey, respect. how often you guys support it, bro? Like how is you guys look at y'all, man. You guys are you guys are like dedicated to what you're doing. You guys have a belief. You guys are here trying to preach the truth. What keeps you guys going? Do you guys have financial support? Or are you guys doing it based on passion, love?
It's the oldest tier, man. We support ourselves, we support each other. Really, it's just the motivation of the Lord. That's why that's what give us the ambition to come out. Teach. Rain, sleep, snow, we out here every weekend, man.
Hey, I support you guys, man. I'm saying it like that. I don't got all day, but I support you guys.
And one more thing I want to say. You know Whole Foods?
Yeah, I know.
Whole Foods, you've been there, you see how they got the Amazon, you can go there and either pay with your card or what? Get the Amazon One, Home Pay.
I don't know about that.
Next time you go to a Whole Foods, look at where you check out. They're going to have somewhere you can put your
like
phone over.
fingerprint type shit.
And it scans your palm. The next step.
I didn't even know, bro. That's some crazy shit. No, you're saying that's
It's gonna be the next.
That's the next form of currency. That's the next form of identification, and they're gonna use that again. Okay. Whole Foods is doing that already.
See that? Even this. Walk. A lot of people here. Everything, man.
Let me tell you about something I got. I'm a light-skinned dude. You know, I'm a young, healthy, light-skinned dude. I work amongst I work for a company that doesn't completely not support what I do. But, you know, I hate to say I'm making money based off the society. I'm making money based on the way like where I'm fucking headed. But I'm in a position where I recognize the value of what we all fucking like. I know this shit. Even though I'm a part of it, you know, trust me, I use this to my advantage as much as I can. So I hate to say it, but unfortunately, it's like this is it's so right? It's like the company is overseas, man. I'm so fuck, man. And if you don't mind, man, like maybe this part I don't know if you guys post it on YouTube. Get my face out of something, but like, you know, I'm saying like this, man. There's a lot of white people under the company that's about like, trust me. It's almost never was. Trust me, bro. Be in captivity. Trust me, man. I recognize that, and as much as I'm disappointed by it because I have to follow a certain thing based on having to keep my pockets full of what we consider value, we consider money value. Money, you know. Trust me, I'm pretty sure. Love, hey, y'all love. If anything, I might see y'all in a little bit, bro. But it's a pleasure to meet everybody, bro. Love.
We'll close out with that Isaiah 14. Hey, look, hey. Hey, what were we talking again? Brothers, listen, yes, what we're talking about. Tribes, you know, coming together, not just amongst the elect, but every average everyday Jakes are waking up to the fact that we all getting screwed over by these so-called white people, these Edomites.
Jake smooth as fucking.
Smooth as butter. He yoking something now. He can get an E on the phone. He got that good hair. That Puerto Rican hair. He got that Rico Suave. Rico. Suavera.
Yeah, this is the book of Isaiah 14 and 4. It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressors ceased? The golden city ceased.
The end all be all. Again, ultimately, we know the king of Babylon is talking about these elites, but hey, that goes down to this whole system, especially in the great city, Babylon the Great. Everything is going down. Once America goes, that's it for Esau's kingdom, because this is his ultimate stronghold.
Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
You know who the wicked is, the border of wickedness in Malachi 1 verse 4. And the wicked of the earth has been given into the hands of the Job 9 verse 24. Esau is saying the staff, the scepter of the wicked has been broken. So Esau, and I saw Satan cast down from heaven like lightning, like a snap of the finger. Esau's going to be taken out of power.
He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and not hindered.
The chemtrails, the wars, the GMO foods, democracy, feminism, capitalism, everything that this Edomite promotes, being taken down, that he used to oppress the people and make the people mourn through his policies.
The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing.
Righteous beareth rule, the people rejoice, because the earth is finally going to be governed under the laws, statutes, and commandments. And while that first 1,000 years is going to be held for these heathens, after that 1,000 years, after the kingdom is built up, they're going to see a righteous rulership. There's going to be no pedophiles running around, no chemtrails, clean air, clean food, the family structure being back in order with the man at the head. Everything's just going to be perfect. It's going to be like the Garden of Eden, but for eternity this time, even better.
Yea, the fir trees rejoice in thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow is come up against thee.
Even the spirit of nature is going to be at peace, because the lands are going to be getting strip mined for their resources, pollution poured into the ocean, for animals hunted to extinction. What does it say in Romans 8? The whole creation groaneth for the manifestation of the sons of God. And hey, it's quickly coming upon us. Esau's about to be taken out of power, so hey, from this point on, and we in the end game of it. So right now, brothers just got to be, and your sincere sisters got to be 10 toes down, holding firm to the faith, to the truth, so we can, give that elect number and the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven. They hold fast to that which thou now hast, so that what? I will give thee that rod of iron to rule over the nations. Any brothers have closing points? Okay, so with that, we hope you sincere Akim and Akwaf were edified. And again, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushai Bahasham Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you, sincere Akim out there, pushing this word truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure to the end. Abba Ba! Abba Ba! Abba Ba! Abba Ba! Abba Ba! Abba Ba! Kwam Yasharala! Kwam Yasharala! Shalom! Shalom!